it cold. I know I gotta keep my shorty on go.
Oh my God! Ladies! Today's Feeling Sunday. A joke is Man of the Month. Ladies, we got something special for y'all today. Just make we go and vibes to the music, right?
I wanna start at the top and the bottom, babe. Now you wanna shoot with the red at the bottom, babe. You know I like when you ready.
Bada bang bang.
Yo, I'm only doing cash, I don't need promo. I pull up to the high rise, I'm in the 4-4. 20 bands on me. Inside Coco.
Hey! Let me check the chat if you chat active early. Oh God!
And since you got it, make you go and do anything you want. Shawty made that caption.
High fashion, I don't know. It's Sunday, people. Everybody at? Let's get the chat active right now. Where y'all checking in from? Let's hear it in the chat.
You ain't gotta do it none of these no more. If we hop in the Benz, is that okay?
Okay.
Is it okay if I call you my pride, babe? I ain't no player, I just got a lot of faith. But let me tell you, I like you a lot, babe.
Like, babe.
I wanna start at the top and the bottom, babe.
Bottom, babe.
Now you want to shoot with the red at the bottom, babe. You know I like when you ready. If I hit it front and back, she gon' hit the sidewalk. If she got a vest with her, take her back and
Oh God.
5 in the morning, wild. And the name ain't Megan, but she a stallion. Never keep my divided. Remember I was pulling up in the valley. You know I take her so when she ride in the dog is on. Shawty know the drive it look like a limo. Every time we kick it like tempo. Shawty made that clap, she don't need no applause. I put some ice on you cause you got it cold hard.
999.
I know I gotta keep my shawty on go.
Next to me or next to Mike? Mike, next to Mike.
Drop that to the floor.
She a big golf freak, it's a must that I hit. It's a hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Know she got it lit. Hot girl
summer, so you know she got it lit. There's an ashtray everywhere in there.
Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit.
Handle me? Who gon' handle me? Thinking he's a player, he's a member on the team. He put in all that work, he wanna be the MVP. I told him ain't no taming me, I love my niggas equally. Fucking 9 to 5 niggas with that superstar D. The superstar star, now I got him far left. Call the chick to get that nigga, I told him call him, send no text and don't you tell
You
him
should see her riding a bike with it.
I can't read your mind, gotta say that shit. Should I take your love, should I take that? Got a whole lot of options cause you know a girl's talking. I'm a high girl, so you know when shit is talking.
Here's what it is, listen, 5-star. She a big golf freak, it's a must that I hit. It's a hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit.
Who a how to be? Who got a lot of D? Who poppin' like a P when he be hopping out the V? And who gon' tell him that my bitch getting her degree? And when we say it's hot girl summer, we ain't talking about degrees. Who won't follow me? Like who don't follow me? Cause even in your new bitch, I can see a lot of me. And honestly, I'm on it cause that shit be comedy. You ain't put me in no brands, but I see you proud of me. I'm just a real, give a fuck about a trick. I'm some real, and we really with this shit. Put this on your lip. Give a fuck about the dick. I get that, and then I grab my shit, and then I dip.
Here's what it is, listen, 5-star. She a big golf freak, it's a must that I hit. It's a hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit.
Meet me at the London. If you find time, we can run one. Talk about some things we can undo. You just in the pen, I can find you. 6-1 on the money, 9-2. You just say the word and I run through. 2 texts, no reply, that's when I knew. Yeah,
circumnavigate the globe as the cash grows. Get a whack like you get the grass mowed. I'm talking slick when I'm with the big slime. Could hit your, you can never hit mine. In my DM, they electric slide. No catfishing, this is not a fish fry. Never switch sides on my dog. Catch a contact, hit your ride, go to Mars. Everybody say, how could you come about your face and say I ain't the artist you done never heard? I left off like a rapper's dead and bird. A verse for me is like 11 birds. Just did the math, it's like $2,000 every word. I'm on the purge, I beat the church. I kill some and I walked away from it. Then I observed just how you curved and told them that they gotta wait for it. I know you ain't how the man. I'm balling on them like you want a man. I'm drowning all inside the like I never swear. Hey, your IG, I put something on your sonogram. I'm the man.
Meet me at the London. If you find time, we can run one. Talk about some things we can undo. Just in the pen, I can find you. 6'1" on the money, 9'2". You just say the word, I don't undo. Text no reply, that's when I knew.
Turn up the joy.
Bam, bam, bam. Everybody go. People, this mix is brought to you by DJ Boogie on SoundCloud. Go check him out on SoundCloud. This mix fire right now. Watch out, Funny Sunday.
What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo. You a roughneck.
Like I said, this is Man of the Month.
That's enough jokes. Then the sun died. The night is
My boy
young,
Mike
though.
passing
Diamonds
through to
still
tell us
shine.
his story. What you Vybz know?
What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, where the ones go?
This is fire.
Money over in a buck. That is still my favorite love quote. Put the gun aside. What the fuck? I sleep with the gun. And she don't know. What the f, yo? Where the love go? Trade the ski mask for the muzzle. It's a bloodbath. Where the suns go? It's the Swiss beat. That'll drums go. If she's iffy, that'll drugs go. If she's simply double cup toast, I got a duffel full of hundos. That'll love go. Where's the uproar? What the f? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the f though. I don't bluff, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo. What the f though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the f though. I don't bluff, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo. Get the f though. I don't bluff, bro. I come out the scuffle without a scuffle. Puff, puff, bro. I don't huff, though. Yellow diamonds up close, catch a sunstroke. At your front door, with a gun store. Knock, knock, who's there's how it won't go. Just the jungle, so have the utmost for the nutsos. And we nuts so, what the f, bro? Where I'm from, bro. We grow up fast, we roll up slow. We throw up gang signs, she throw up dope. Dreadlock, hang time like you don't know. Put the green in the bag like a lawnmower. Hair trigger, pull back like a cornrow. Extra clip in the stash like a console. Listening to Bono, you listen to Dono. What the f, bro? Where the love go? Swizzy, he the chef. I like my lunch gross. Just look up, bro. That the scuds go. I see the shovel, but where did bro go? To the unknown. Only way he coming back is through his unborns. If you see what's in my bag, think I'm a drug lord. It's empty when I give it back. Now where's the uproar? What the f go? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the f go? I don't bluff, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo. What the f go? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the f go? I don't bluff, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo.
Jet fare. Versace hotel with Versace roll. Like it when you let down your hair with no clothes. And I say to myself, cause I never like these. If she only like the guap red like these. Why would I waste my time on a shorty that don't got me on the front of her mind? Especially when you get designed and I want it down. And the Billy came with the wings like a number 9. Yeah, come through, just us two. I like it cause you cut how I'm cut too. Come through, just us two. I like it cause you cut how I'm cut too. Hey, she wanna with the woo. She wanna with the woo. She wanna with the woo. She wanna with the woo.
That's my kind of. She be saying some like when you gon' fly me in private so I can land on that. She said tricks for kids. She don't fall for the tricks. She can handle her own. She just wants some. Got that big Birkin bag worth 5, 6 figures. You might be out your league. Can you buy that? I pull up on the top, going on the dawn. I'm the dawn. You can fuck around if you want. Out in Bali, big swing, big dress, big nigga, make a big mess. Before we done, she asked what we gonna do it next. So what if the seats in the jet? She like all that gangsta. Top down, riding round with the blick. Who you with? Whoa. She like all that gangsta. I said she like all that gangsta.
She wanna with the woo. 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 Let me take you to the candy shop. Show you all I got. I put diamonds on your chain to match your diamond ring. I'm on my two. Woo, woo. Hate or the love, it's me and you. Let's turn her into something she love. Woo. Them who gon' pull triggers. I was fine when I met you. Then I you. Then I left you. Cause your feel the same. And I don't got time to waste. She wanna with the woo. She wanna with the woo. She wanna.
The breakdown.
Turn up the joy. It's DJ Boogie.
Yeah, people, like I said, we're there. When you're ready, we're start off the vibes on the show right now. Who in the chat? Everybody checking in the chat right now. Ready. And make sure y'all share the live, drop a comment, say y'all here, and get out the chat and like the actual video. Ready? Famo. Showing up.
But it's alright. It's a short life. That's a real one in your reflection. Without a follow, without a mention. You really piping up on these. You gotta be nice for what to these. I understand, you got 100 bands, you got a baby bands, you got some bad friends. High school pics, you was even bad then. You ain't stressing off no lover in the past tense, you already had them. Working 8 a.m., finish round 5. All down, you don't see them outside. Yeah, they don't really be the same offline. You know dog days, you know hard times. Doing overtime for the last month. Saturday, call the girls, get them gassed up. Gotta hit the club, gotta make that jump. Gotta hit the club like you hit them angles. With your phone out, snapping like you fave. And you showing off, but it's alright. And you showing off, but it's alright. It's a short life.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, now Boogie.
Watch the breakdown.
Who in this chat right now? Who in this chat right now?
Being good, I'm a bad bitch. I'm sick of motherfuckers trying to tell me how to live.
Sunday vibe.
Under my pictures on the gram. You better hope I
Ladies in the chat, ready?
In the mall with him, I'ma have a ball with him. Somebody call Rihanna, I'm about to draws with him. He fucking with the same cause he in the wild with him. Running legs on his head, now he loves tall women. You'll never catch me calling these that daddy. I ain't lying on my gut, just to make them happy. Lifestyle winning, can't fit a magnum. It never happened if the I'm a hot girl.
Very good, so that's what I'm saying. You can just share it.
Outfit, I'll take quick, cause I ain't thirsty. Just mad, they wanna hurt me. I'm a hot girl, I do finish income. On my outfit, I'll take quick, cause I ain't thirsty. Just mad, they wanna hurt me.
I need a lighter.
Let me get it. I'm an open book, hanging man, probably read it.
Drop the body in there real quick and give me a lighter. Alright, everybody, thank you for tuning in. This is your boy, Gyalis Jay.
Jenny J. Nigel Kiara.
Jenny J is funny.
And I'm Mike, owner of the Friends of Ours Lounge in Syracuse, New York.
And Mike is our special guest today for Man of the Month. And he's about here to turn up. But before we get into what Mike does and why he's here and all of that, we about to do our quick intro real quick. So let's give a shout out to, we got some events popping up, coming up in the following weeks and week. But first and foremost, it's our event next Friday night. We are at Taco Dero from 8 p.m. until we decide to go home. And that is Vybz Friday, and we have our first time we have an official live band on set. I don't know if you guys ever experienced a live band before, but if you haven't, there's a part of your life musically you're missing out. So the Ignite Music Reggae Band will be live at Taco Dero next Friday alongside Livevybz TV. This is our first actual, like, this put the live in live type of shit. So next week, Friday night, 8 p.m. until Taco Dero, and that's right across from the airport. And the address is 1174 Brooks Ave, Taco Dero. Shout out to the sponsors for that: Ignite Music Reggae Band, Nightfly, you already know, Livevybz, and Mr. All In Podcast Network. So that's the biggest event we got so far. But the next Saturday, the Saturday after that, you already know it's Fire Kid birthday party.
Yes.
And it's called It's a Party. And I tell you, the whole city's about to turn out for that one. Mine's just a debut, so I'm still excited for that. But my boy Fire Kid, every year he don't disappoint with his party. It's a concert. Normally he do a 3-day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but he says it's getting too much, so he's just sticking to Saturday. So Fire Kid party next Saturday, Sky Lounge. It's a party. He bringing Mr. Lex from Jamaica, big international dancehall artist. So you know it's definitely gonna be a vibe. The 2-for-1 tickets, I don't know if they're still up, but if they're up, they're gonna be gone Monday. You know how that nigga get down. So get y'all 2-for-1 tickets. Today might be the last day. So go to Eventbrite, go on Mikey Fire page on Facebook, DJ Fire on Instagram. Check his page. He got the link for all the ticket information and all of that. What other events we got? Maestro have one to come up, I think. That's about it. But until then, we got the event. Anybody got any birthdays coming up?
No.
Anybody want to shout out anybody for their birthday? This month, next month?
Ron's birthday.
Oh yeah.
My brother.
Yeah, my boy Box.
Yeah.
With 2 X's. I don't know. And that's not, don't mean like 2 X's as in women. His name is spelled with 2 X's, so I don't want him to get in trouble. I'm just putting that out there. And we got our sponsors. Quick shout out to our sponsors, One Love Window Cleaning.
New York Stylee.
And we also got Livevybz Production and DK Catering. And we got some special things coming up for y'all for our brunch Sunday with them, seeing that it's getting warmer and nicer outside. That's all I'm going to say on that. So let's give the biggest shout out of all to our special guest today, my boy Mike.
How's it going?
Is in the building.
Yes.
So I want Jenny to give her intro of him, and then you kind of follow up and seal the deal with what she got. So Jenny, give her intro, Mike.
Well, I mean, as you said, Mike is here. You know, he's a business owner. He's been through a lot of trials and tribulations in life. So, I mean, he's just here basically to speak on that and see how he really came up, you know. So, I'm going to hand this over to Mike.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Mike. And, look at the kid. My bad.
People always talk about I got you.
My name is Mike. You can follow me on Instagram at Shady315. You know,
funny.
follow me on there.
Yeah.
Now, so, I mean, what do y'all want to know about? Let's.
You got it?
So what do you do?
Okay. So exactly what I do is I run a private members only club in the city of Syracuse, and it's for smoking marijuana. So if you have a cigar bar, we have the same thing.
Hold on there, Mike. Put emphasis on what you just said. I know you said it slow, but say it a little slower for the smokers in the back. Go again.
So I run a private social club.
Private social club.
And we allow our members to come in and smoke weed. You're also allowed to purchase marijuana from us as a member, only as a member. So how I got involved in this was first of all, I went to the name of my business is called the Friends of Ours Lounge. And the reason why I call it the Friends of Ours Lounge is because I want everybody to feel like you're a friend when you come there, you know what I mean? Like you're a part of something, you're in a group, it's cool, right? Because not everybody wants to just go out and get drunk every day. Like, hey, I got drunk last night, I feel like shit today. You know what I mean?
That'd be me.
And there's like no hangover. And when I came home from going to college, adult college, I read some books in there. I read some books in there about the law, about how the law had changed.
Mike,
and
that's gonna go with so many people said, but I'm gonna just let it ride. Go ahead.
And I found a way how to circumvent the system and to get out of paying the $250,000 that they want for a marijuana license, which I think is crazy because marijuana, drugs, period, have been targeted at poor communities, all right? There's more drugs in rich communities than poor communities. But but it's the poor communities that get policed, right?
Facts.
So we get policed, we went to jail. I mean, dude, I got 33 unlawful possession of marijuana before they made it legal, 4 sale charges. I did 10 years in prison.
All right, so
like, they literally persecuted, like, our whole group about weed.
All right, so before that's a lot, but you got there quick. But before we get there, Mike, tell us a little bit about your upbringing in Syracuse to what led into all of this.
So I was born in Syracuse. My mom was a hustler.
Shout out to Mom Dukes.
She she sold weed when I was a kid and used to get money, and I just used to just see it. And in my neighborhood, my mom ended up getting raided by the cops, and she had to go away. And I basically just like took over. I was like 12 years old, and I started getting double ups. I never used to see money in weed until I finally came home, right? So when I came home is when I finally got the weed, but we'll get to that. So when I was like 12 years old, me and my friends, we started a gang on the north side of Syracuse. So the north side of Syracuse is now like horrible place to live. I feel bad.
Life, people like the life.
But it's called the slums now. So it went from being an all Italian neighborhood to being a neighborhood that's filled with all different lives of people, right? So it's like a melting pot for real now. Well, when I was a kid, we started a gang, and you know that what it leads to, you know, little street violence, whatever, stuff like that. You know, young kid stuff. We weren't, you know, we're just kids. But we got into drug dealing. So my mom, when she went to jail, I'm like, hold on. My mom's in jail. Me and my sister, rest her soul, needed money. We still needed to you know, live. So I started getting double ups, and I started selling crack when I was about 13 full time. By the time I was 16, I had moved to Florida.
Hold on, Mike. You know the airport be rude. Yeah. You interrupt. Carry on.
So by the time I was 16 years old, I wanted to get away from Syracuse, so I moved to Florida. Like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go to Florida and I'm gonna change my life. And my mom was just coming home from prison, and I was like, all right, so we're all gonna have a better life down there. So me, my mom, my sister, we moved down there. Boom. Me and my sister first. My mom gets out. She comes down there. Well, one thing leads to another. I meet somebody that's just like me, and next thing you know, we're selling kilos, and this is like the early 2000s. So we're talking 2003, 2002. Like prices were crazy. Yeah. Where we lived at in Florida was a place called Fort Walton Beach. It's a town of about 25,000 people. It's in between Panama City and Pensacola. When I tell y'all the whole town was getting money, like you would literally drive down the street and you would see kids in Maseratis. Like there was money everywhere. It's a rich white community, and all the rich white people like smoking rocks. So it was just great for us. So I just moved it from down there. To,
it was great for us.
So it was good for us. So I moved it
business-wise.
So I mean money-wise. I mean, obviously, we did wrong to the community, and whatever we did, I feel bad for that shit now. Like, I think if you sell fentanyl, you deserve whatever happens to you. You're a disgusting human. That's just my point of view on it. Whatever.
Yeah, we co-signed that.
So, so they're not going to make a long story short. We're going to actually tell you the story. So my mom comes down there. I'm hustling. I have my first child at 17. Shout out to Skylar. He's 22 now, in his third year at NYU. So, he's doing good.
Oh, okay.
So, I had my first child. I bought my mother a laundromat. So I bought my mom a coin-operated laundromat. I'm still in high school at the time. I'm 17 years old. And
so that's how the hustling was crazy, right?
Yeah, it was just we were getting money, so I had to figure out a way. I had to figure out a way. 17 years old, I bought it, and all this is documented. You can look it up.
So, at 17, how? And you said your mom went in at 12.
My mom went in at 12.
And she came out when you were how old?
When I was about 17, she came home.
Okay,
16, 17.
From 12.
But she was in New York. She was on parole, remember. She had to come back, and we had to get her transferred to Florida.
Okay, so from 12 to 17.
Yep.
You said it was you and your sister. You're older.
My older sister. We'll get to that part. But my older sister and we lived with my grandma.
Okay, but my question is, for a 17-year-old to make such a business move and to know that you still in the hustling, right? And then you don't want your mom to do it again.
I don't, so I bought her a laundry.
Yeah, to have that mindset as a 17-year-old, bro.
So, like, to get the laundromat,
we need a
basically,
bomb drop for that one. Crazy.
We knew the lady, so I knew the lady that owned the laundromat. She was from Buffalo, New York. You know, we're from Syracuse, so we kind of got that, you know, like, hey, I'm from Syracuse, you're from Buffalo, and she seen my hustle, you know what I mean? Like, she was cool with me. Mm-hmm. And she was like, listen, I don't want to do this laundromat business, but if you give me $40,000 in cash, I'll sign it over to you, and then you could pay me in increments every month of just give me, like, you know, $2,500 a month on top of whatever to keep paying the bills off. All right, cool. So I know my mom's coming home. We give her the laundromat, me and my sister. Laundromat's doing great. 2006 comes along, and by that time, you know, with the laundromat's doing good, everybody's doing good. My mom had just bought her house. I'm thinking everything's good, all right? So here goes the whole switch up of the story. So we were going through a drought, and this is probably like late 05, early 06, right? Mm-hmm. There was a drought. Nobody could get work. Mm-hmm. And we're on the block, and my boy, he's like, yo, the lady at the laundromat. I'm like, the fuck do you mean the lady at the laundromat? He's like, yo, go talk to the lady at the laundromat. So I go, I'm figuring out now. So now he's talking about my mother. She can get this. I'm like, what? How? Come to find out, when my mom came home from prison, she had met a connect down there. Mm-hmm. And she was selling the whole time that I was selling, thinking that I was keeping her out of trouble. You know what I mean? She was back into it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy because we're not talking about like we're Italian, so we're hustlers. You know what I mean? Like we're naturally hustlers. You know what I mean? So I went there and I asked her, and then one thing led to another. I grabbed it from her, and she was doing her thing. So fast forward, right? Nothing's going on. Everything's quiet. We'll fast forward. My mom, I get a phone call from my sister. And my sister's like, hey, this is like June 2006. And I get a phone call from my sister. She's like, hey, you have to fly down here right now. The feds just picked up mommy. I'm like, what do you mean the feds just picked up mommy? So I hop a flight from Syracuse and I go down. Now, how I ended up back in Syracuse is because I used to live in a gated community. And it's me and my child's mother, Skylar's mom, and we're walking the baby. We're just walking in the community, and a Dodge Magnum. Remember those things? You know, the wagons. Mm-hmm. So one of them pull up on us. One of them little Dodge Magnums pull up on me and my kid's mother, and it's the feds. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, you own this clothing store called Block Boys. Hey, you own this. You don't have no documentation for your money. Like, where did you get your money? So they start asking questions. I ask my lawyer. You know, they don't arrest me. They're just, you know, just asking questions, just doing what they're doing, right? Hey. They want me to do their job for them, telling myself, which we're not going to do that.
Damn, they didn't arrest you. It's crazy.
They had no reason to arrest me at that point. They just seen I had money. They couldn't prove that I was selling dope. Mm-hmm. So I leave. I go talk to my lawyer. My lawyer's like, listen, if I was you, I would just relocate, take your shit, and go. I leave my mom down there with our house. About 3 months later, the feds picked up my mom, and then 6 years later to the day, June 1st, 2012, when she was walking out of prison, they came and got me. So they wanted me then, and the investigation went from 2006 to 2012 before they finally got me. But in the meantime, they had my mom.
So that's probably the breadcrumbs that...
Right.
That's, yeah. So they wanted her, but they couldn't get me. And when they arrested my mother, they told her, yeah, we couldn't get your son, but we got you. And then 6 years later, they end up getting me in New York anyway. So, you know, they got our number. So when I was in there, I read over 1,000 books, right? I love to read. Like, before I go to sleep, I read. Like, I don't do the whole scrolling on TikTok, polluting my brain. I read, and I read the encyclopedia. I read law books. I read anything you could think of to read to gain knowledge. I'll read, because I like to know a lot of things. So the law changed in 2022. from marijuana being illegal to legal. 2020, 2021, whatever. But when I was in Raybrook doing a federal violation, shout out Obama. Obama did let me out of jail, y'all. 2015, my man gave me a pardon. You know, he did give me a pardon. I got a pardon from Obama.
That's lit.
So what had happened was in Syracuse, how I got busted by the feds was I was selling coke, and this kid from out here was dating a girl's cousin that I was dating. And we're at the bar one night, and she's like, "Yo, so and so, Papo, that's his name, William Valentine. It's
No, we
known.
name dropping.
That's his name." But so he was wearing a wire, and I didn't know. And next thing you know, they raid me, and I go do a bid, right? But they sentenced me to 84 months. They sentenced me to 84 months for only a kilo of cocaine. Like, how do I get? It's one brick. Like, I didn't hurt nobody. There was no violence involved. It's not an organization. It's me selling to the same lawyers and stuff like that are gonna be in the courtroom with you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's wild that the way that they actually police it. Because I promise you, won't say his name, but he's a prosecutor. Used to be in Syracuse. He's a defense attorney now. He gave me 3.5 years in state prison when I was home from the feds for 3 ounces of cocaine. Fast forward 2023 summer, I go to a bar. He's a lawyer now. He don't work for the DA's office, right? He asked my friend Jay, like, "Hey, can we go sit in the truck and we can hit some powder?" And I look and I'm like, "Wait, you're the dude that gave me 3.5 years in prison, bro. You're a cop. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, no, you ain't about to go sit in my truck." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And no, I don't party recreational. 39 years old, never sniffed a line, and all I only do is smoke weed. So, not that's, I'm saying people can't party, do what you do. But for this man, for this man to give me 3.5 years in prison,
and then come
you know what I mean? And then you want to go sit in my truck and use my truck to hit some powder that you put me in jail for? Like, what? Like, it was weird. Like, it was just weird.
I see why you started reading books.
So this is why I don't like. I think that the whole entire like drug. It's such a conspiracy, bro. It really is. It really.
It's not even a conspiracy, Mike. It's fact.
It really is.
It's exactly how we think it is.
It's exactly how you think it is. Exactly what they do.
Because anything they can't get a cut, just like you say.
Dude,
it's
lawyers, judges, and politicians. So
doctors too.
Doctors, nurses.
Yeah.
Yo, so
surgeons.
A very famous cowboy. He said. Doc Holliday, he said that lawyers, judges, and politicians are all money-grubbing scumbags, no matter what they are. And if you think about it...
Think Donald Trump sniffing?
Who, Trump? I think in the 90s, I mean, listen, I think Trump was definitely getting high in the 90s like everybody else was. I mean, in the 80s and 90s, if you didn't, if your parents tell you they didn't party in the 80s, they're lying to you.
I know.
You know what I mean? Our parents were just like us. So I think all of them did it.
But not to cut you, but whenever you listen up all these job titles of people that do all these drugs, it's not a shocker to me because it's just like anybody. We just chose to do weed. That's their thing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it's just the fact
we should have never been prosecuted for weed. Do you know that your body is born with cannabinoids in it? So in your brain, you have a cannabinoid receptor. You have an actual receptor in your brain, and that's all it does is take in marijuana, right? We're meant to smoke it. We are literally meant to smoke marijuana.
Didn't know that. I walk with that fact, even if it's not a fact.
No, it's a fact. So this new weed. So there's a problem with new weed. Is our weed so strong now, and we're used to smoking it. But these kids, you start smoking when you're 12, 13, whatever you are, 14. I started young, but I don't condone it, whatever. But these kids are starting to smoke so early, and they're smoking weed that's so strong that it actually blows out your cannabinoid receptors in your brain. And if it blows out the cannabinoid receptors in your brain, every time you smell marijuana or you hit it, you throw up for days. You can't stop throwing up. You have to go hospitalized for them to stop it because then you need IVs because you'll dehydrate and die.
So that's sometime what they would mistake for like they say an overdose or something.
Overdose, yeah, but it's actually it's caused by the weed. Like there's actually a big study right now. They're trying to figure out how our weed became so potent and it's doing this to people now. Like, what are we putting in it? It really is important who you get your weed from.
Fact, that's a fact.
100%, it is important because it's not like back in the day. And you go into them Arab stores, all right, and you go buy their products. And you go behind the counter, you think like, oh yeah, Habibi, he likes me. No, Habibi's been taking your money since you've been 4 years old and never gave you shit.
Exactly.
He don't know what he's selling you. All he's seen is that he can make some money off you. That's it, right? Like me, I literally, I don't spend my money in them stores. I don't. Like, I would rather, if there was a black-owned or a white-owned corner store in Syracuse, a bodega, I would drive there instead of giving them my money because they don't care about us as people. All they care about is getting their own money. I agree with that. All they care about is getting their own money, getting their own families over here, and they buy everything. So, all right, you're a black man. If you go to Syracuse, right, the Yemenis people, they own everything. If you try to open up a corner store, they will deny you the rent that you can't get it. If you tell them you're going to open up a bodega or a corner store, they're going to tell you no, that nah, we're not going to rent to you.
Right.
They literally have a monopoly on it. We allowed it though. We allowed it as people to give them the monopoly of it.
But here's me playing devil's advocate. Is it a bad thing though?
Absolutely.
If you're looking out for your own.
No. I mean, for them, no. But for us as American people, no.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing. They earned a right and took advantage of it quicker.
No,
my point of view.
They can come here and get loans that we can't get.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not their fault. It's not their fault that the government gives them shit that they don't give us. But do I think they deserve it? Absolutely not.
Okay, so exactly. I feel like this could be a conversation of like not say blame them. Let's just direct it back to the government and see where our loan to match that is.
But there is none.
Exactly. But them not wanting to rent. They're not wanting to rent.
They don't want to rent.
Yeah,
they won't even rent to you. Like, this is a real problem in Syracuse. Like you cannot. So my new shop.
Hold on, Mike. So based on what Mike's saying, is anybody anywhere else in their community having similar issues or anything? Just drop it in the chat.
Right here, though.
Being able to. Think about this. You walk into Rochester, right? Let's just say you go to Clinton Street, right? Yeah. All right, Clinton Street's predominantly black. That's where the halfway house is, right? So, is there one black-owned store over there? Corner store?
Not that I know.
Okay. Yeah. Is anything over there owned by black people? No, unless it's like a little t-shirt clothing store or somebody was smart and was an entrepreneur themselves and they opened it up there. But other than that, nothing there's owned, right? And it's the same thing in the white communities too. Don't think you go to the Italian neighborhoods and our shit's owned by us. It's not. It's owned by the Arabs. They own the stores. So I just think that I would never sell them. I would never buy weed or do anything with them when it comes to weed because I feel like they didn't earn it, right? Like, you as a black man, you probably got stopped before and searched for marijuana because you smelled like it, right? And I went through that. She probably went through that. She probably went through that. He did. I know she has back there. So I'm just saying, they didn't earn it. You understand what I'm saying? I went to prison for literally marijuana, like for marijuana, and now they think they can just go and get the worst weed in the world, put it in a baggie, like the one you had, and sell it to you for $20, and you don't know what it is. That is a problem, and they don't care though. They don't like us
for real either. That's the thing. They don't like us.
They just found weed in Syracuse laced with fentanyl from a corner store. Like that's bad.
That probably happened.
That is bad. Like that's bad. You cannot. I just wouldn't trust it. I don't care if I'm down bad. I'm not going there.
All right, Mike. Like I said, Mike, I appreciate that. Like I said, you opening my eyes.
Just be safe. Be safe. If you can't get it from your homeboy,
call Mike.
You can come see me.
Shout out the store again.
Friends of Ours Lounge. You can smell your weed. You can touch your weed. You're allowed to taste it there. If you don't like it, you can bring it back. We do refunds. Like we're potheads. We basically are here to serve the
So
people.
Mike, tell us about the store. How you have like a Facebook page, Instagram, or how do people get the membership?
I don't. You just follow Shady315.
Okay.
And when you on Instagram and when you come in my store, we'll give you a keychain. The keychain makes you a member of the lounge. Now everybody has one. So in the back we have There's a sitting area in the back with a TV, couches. You can go back there and smoke. We have a kitchen. We have a kitchenette. 3 bathrooms, a pool table.
Okay.
You know, so I mean,
I feel like
football season is lit.
So
Football season is lit there.
Gang on set. So when are we gonna go shoot the next episode?
You guys can go shoot. I was gonna say you guys should shoot the episode in the back of my lounge. It would probably look dope.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's all red and black. It's dope.
Mike, say the word. We out there.
Yeah.
So like Mike said, if you want a membership out in the what's it called again? Friends of ours. Friends of ours
I like
lounge
that.
in
I
Syracuse.
love that too. The name.
Please hit him on Instagram, Shady315.
Yes.
And
so because Instagram shuts me down if we discuss marijuana for whatever reason.
Yeah, weird, and it's legal.
And it's legal, yeah, whatever. And it's legal in California where the company's based. So it's just like, yeah. So fast forward now, we'll go back. 2012, I was busted by the feds. I got 84 months. Barack Obama looked over my case. He made this law called Drugs -2.
Yes, I remember.
And I was the first person.
What's that? Can you explain that for me?
So Drugs -2 means that from 1987, and our last president's the one that wrote this bill, Joe Biden. But from 1987 to 19...
Ironic.
Okay, so from 19... Let me get my facts straight. From 1987 to the year 2013, 1 gram of crack cocaine was equal to 5 grams of... no, sorry. Now it's what it is now. It was 100 to 1. 1 gram of crack was equal to 100 grams of cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that as a crime bill to stop the crime. But all it did was take low-level offenders who should have never went to prison for this, and they charged them as if they were kingpins. So think about this. 1994, that's why guys got life in prison. 1994, you just bought a kilo, but you sell crack. Now you cook that kilo up into a kilo of crack, right? Yeah. So the feds raid you. Now that same 1 kilo of cocaine that made you the 1 kilo of crack, they're charging you that you had 500 kilos.
Because it's 100.
No, it was a bill, a racist bill that was meant to hurt the black community. I swear, it wasn't meant for white people, because how did crack change? But cocaine stayed 1 to 1. You get caught with a gram of coke, is a gram of coke. But they took the drug that was predominantly in the black neighborhoods. Joe Biden, thank you to him. Joe Biden. Dilapidated Joe.
It don't look good.
He's the one that he did it. It's called from 1987, and it's 1994 crime bill. Him and Bill Clinton, they were co-partners on the bill, and so that's what incarcerated so many people. They even made marijuana in certain neighborhoods. I don't know if you remember this. I'm 39, but we used to have areas called weed and seed neighborhoods, right?
Never heard of that.
All right. Well, a weed and seed neighborhood said that if you got caught with any type of drug in that blocks, then it was automatically federal. So you didn't go to state prison. You didn't get county probation. You went automatically to federal. Yeah. And they made whole neighborhoods like this. It's gone now, but this is what they did. This is the 1994 crime bill. Written in 87, signed into law in 1994. Horrible. All right, so I'm selling coke in Syracuse. Boom, I get raided. Whatever. They take me to jail. Well, while I'm in there, weed becomes legal, right? So it's like I'm on another violation. So Obama let me out in 2015. I go back to state prison because I'm an idiot and I was selling coke anyways, and that's where the story comes in with the lawyer. The lawyer that wanted to sniff. He's the prosecutor that put me in jail for the 3 years. Dang. So I walk out of state prison, and the feds never violated me. I was on probation, right? So they didn't violate me. I'm thinking I'm going home. I walk out, they there to pick me up. I'm like, oh shit.
Wow.
All right. So I go see the.
So it's like they could have got you the whole time.
They could have got me the whole time. My time could have been running.
Let you do your time.
Yeah, my time could have been running together.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
They so wrong. They so wrong for that.
So I did my 3.5 years, and then the feds come and say, hey, well, you owe us violation time now. The judge had mercy on me. Okay. He gave me 6 months, but he restarted my papers for 5 years.
Damn.
Yep. So my papers start all over again. I end up getting caught caught up in it was like Christmas time, and I was in the federal halfway house in Syracuse, and they wouldn't let me see my kids. So I signed a pass saying I was going to church. Instead of going to church, I want to see my kids on Christmas. I ain't been home in years. What you mean? I'm going to go see my kids. So they violate me. During the time of the violation, mind you, I just got out of state prison, so I'm in this halfway house. During the time of the violation, COVID happened. I'm like, fuck, this is terrible. So now COVID's going on. I'm in Brooklyn. I come home April 24th, 2020. My sister, rest her soul, she died 6 hours later when I came home from COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's what they say it was COVID, but if you died of anything at that time, they said it was COVID.
Right, exactly.
But, yeah, she passed 6 hours, so I literally got out of prison, drove home from New York City, which New York City was like a ghost town. There was nobody outside. I made it from Brooklyn all the way to the Bronx to I-90 in like 20 minutes, if that. Like, there was no traffic. It was the weirdest thing ever.
Because COVID,
and people were really inside.
In New York City.
Yeah.
So,
they had the most, what they call it, lockdown too.
Yeah.
So she, during the time of her passing, I meet this guy, and it's literally like the movie Blow. I meet this guy named Ramon. We're in cells together. And it's COVID, so you're locked down 24/7 with this dude, right? And they're not letting us out of our cells. So we talk. He was in there because he was part of El Chapo's cocaine ring, right?
Wow.
So,
hey, yo.
We're talking, we're going back and forth. He's like, yo, listen, I don't want to sell blow no more. What do you do? I'm like, yo, I sell weed in Syracuse. He's like, I think I could get it for you. Long story short, he starts getting it for me. I go back to jail for another violation, right? Whatever. They came in my house. The only thing they found was a money counter, and they said because I had a money counter, it made it look like I was selling drugs. Whatever. They just wanted to give me my time. They gave me 2 years. During that 2 years, marijuana became 100% legal in New York State. So I had my mother, the greatest lady on earth, send me all the books she could on the laws, how weed works. And I found a loophole. And the loophole is a social club. So if you have a social club, they cannot tell you that what you can do inside your social club. You understand what I'm saying? It's yours. You can't tell me what I can't do. So when I found the loophole, Syracuse and the city and the county got upset. And first they wrote a really derogatory story about me on Syracuse.com that I was selling liquor to underage kids and running a speakeasy and selling weed to kids.
Wow.
So I contacted the paper and I said, listen, it's going to be defamation of lawsuit against you guys because it's not happening. I invited Sean Kirst. I invited him in to come and actually, sit and see what we do. It was baseball season, nice out. Everybody's in there smoking weed, watching baseball. The fans are humming, the exhaust fan. You could read the story. But he wrote a really good story. The city left me alone. And this girl that I went to high school with, she became the county attorney. And she didn't like me in high school. She don't like me now. So she's like one of them followers on Facebook that follow you, but they don't say anything. They just always look. So I had to make all my stuff private now because I used to just be public. I don't speak my mind. I don't care if you don't like it. You know what I mean? What?
Type shit.
Yeah, who cares? So she sues me because on one of my posts on a Sunday, I said, hey, remember y'all, Jesus wants y'all to come get y'all weed from me. As a joke. If you know me, you know I'm joking. You know I'm not batshit crazy saying that Jesus really wants you to buy my weed. I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? I said it as a joke. Well, a couple of weeks later, I get a phone call, and my dad's like, did you see the newspaper? I said, no. Front page of the newspaper. Suing me because I said that Jesus said you should buy your marijuana from me.
But how is that a thing? How is this a thing,
right?
How can she speak on behalf of Jesus?
She's speaking on behalf of everybody. So
but the good part about it, hold on, he about to get to the good part.
So the good part about it is I hired the attorney that runs it's in our city, she's an Italian woman, right? Well, I hired Gerard Marone. Shout out Gerard Marone. If you ever need anything legal, Instagram, he's great. Gerard Marone on Instagram. So I hired this mob attorney named Gerard Marone. Well, he's also the leader of the Italian American Civil Rights League. So we hit him with listen, there's 150 Arab stores sell weed. There's people that have billboards. you're suing my guy. He's the only Italian. We're gonna say that you're going after him because he's got a vowel on the end of his last name, and we're gonna sue you for that.
Yeah.
They dropped the lawsuit. They said I can't advertise. So the city of Syracuse completely bowed down and said we don't want to have nothing to do with this. We're gonna bow down. No fine, no nothing. They tried to give me a $10,000 fine and tell me that I had to leave my business. I'm not leaving my club. So I asked.
So you have to pay them to wait.
They wanted me to pay a fine of $10,000 for having if they would have won the lawsuit, but they didn't win.
Oh, okay.
They lost.
They didn't win. They lost.
They completely lost because I'm not doing anything wrong. So when you come in, I'm not telling you that you have to buy weed. You could come in if you're a member of the club and you can smoke whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can come play pool. I don't charge no cover charges. If you're a member, we do have dues. You know what I mean? You throw $2 in a bucket or something and it pays the rent. You know what I mean? Like that. We're not in there to really kill people and make money, and we're just a bunch of guys that smoke pot.
Right.
So with the city is trying to actually shut a lot of these places down, and I kind of got into that beautiful gray area that there's more places like mine opening up, and I kind of feel like I gave people the blueprint. Am I happy about it? No, but there's enough money for everybody, so who cares?
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm the originator of it. So I don't know. Other than that, I just I never thought that there was money in weed, okay? I really didn't. Until I got to the retail stores. The retail stores is just, everybody smokes weed. I have a 75-year-old lady named Dolores that comes in and buys weed from me. Old lady, she be wearing her best little church clothes. She was in a newspaper article, they were talking about her. Like, she came in and smoked some weed with us when the newspaper guy was there. She's cool. Like,
that shit crazy. Yeah. All right, so I'm interested in the part where you say you read a lot of books. So
yes,
while you were in, give me your top 5 books when you were locked up that you read.
The Prince by Machiavelli. Right? So that's it's not a reading book, it's a study book.
Okay.
If you ever read the 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene wrote the 48 Laws of Power based off of Nicholas Machiavelli's book, The Prince. So if you read the book, The Prince is kind of like the precursor to reading the 48 Laws of Power. I'm not going to be one of them guys that say that. The Sicilian. If you ever want to read a great book, The Sicilian, it's about a real, it's about this guy named Salvatore Guglielmo. So with Salvatore Guglielmo, so in Italy's a very poor country, right? Peasants. So in Sicily, one time a year, you were allowed to go, if you were a peasant, you could go and say, I'm going to go claim this piece of land right here, and this is my land. But the people that were in the mafia, the mob chiefs, wouldn't let the peasants go do it. So Salvatore Guglielmo, real guy, he lined up all the mafia chiefs in Italy, blew their brains out, and gave all the peasants all their land. It's a real true story. I mean, there's a lot more to it. He had bandits, and he ended up getting killed in prison. His friend poisoned him. And then the guy that poisoned him, they ended up poisoning him. But it's a great book. It's called The Sicilian. Read it.
No, it did.
It's awesome. Dude, the encyclopedia. The almanac. The almanac is great. We don't have Google, so the almanac.
Almanac.
The almanac.
Wait. I'm confused because that's the name of a book.
Yeah. It's a book of all facts.
And you know it's funny because
it's called
that's what they call the calendar in Jamaica. I say no the almanac.
Yeah, the almanac. It's so. That's if you want to know like how many points Kobe Bryant ever got, you can go to the almanac and it'll be in there. It literally has everything. It's Google.
Does it update every year?
Yeah, every year we get a new one if you're in jail. So I mean, we stay up to date. But that's a great book to always just have on hand to read.
Oh, so that's what they have y'all read instead of have.
We're not allowed to have Google.
No, and that's what
so
I meant.
That's how we have to read our stats, and that's how you get into them debates and this is this.
Is it true that y'all they don't allow y'all to listen updated music and stuff like that?
No curse music.
Yeah, I don't think
in the state you can have curse in your music, I believe, but in federal you can't have pornographic magazines. Your girlfriend can't send you no nudies. It's like they're promoting celibacy. Like that's what they do there.
Trying to clean you up all around.
Yeah, it's bad. You can't even And just to ladies, if there's any ladies that's listening, if your Instagram is public and you post a picture of your body on there is 99% chance that your pictures are being sold in prison and you're not getting no money for it. I swear.
Wow.
It's literally like, if you look at all the Instagram models and like just pretty girls that, you know, from your city, and they post like half naked pictures, people screenshot those and you sell those on the compound for $1 a piece.
Wow.
But it's people's Instagram pictures.
Yeah.
So you might not even know, and you could be famous in jail.
Yeah, right.
And,
so ladies, now you know why you have stalkers.
Yeah,
that you don't even know about.
Like, yeah, because I'm telling you, like, so there's a funny story. So my friend Gary Valletto, shout out G Impress LA on Instagram. He's Benny the Butcher's jeweler. He's from Utica. So we're on the yard one day, and we're in Allenwood doing some time, and this little Mexican guy comes out with the pictures. He's like, "Yo, you guys want to buy some pictures?" So we're flicking through, and I see G. He's taking pictures out, right? He's like, "Yo, these are my wife." Yo, they had pictures of his wife. His wife's famous on Instagram. I mean, shit, his wife is famous on Instagram, but they had pictures of his wife, and the guy had no idea. So he took the pictures. So, like, he was just shocked. G went back, got his photo album, and showed him, like, bro, she was just here visiting me. Like, don't be selling my girl's fucking pictures. She ain't getting paid for this shit. Right. You know what I mean?
Damn. Was he mad?
He was pretty upset. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
It's not his girl's fault.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, she's a public figure on Instagram.
Right.
So, you know.
That is funny.
But yeah, we were going through the pictures, and the guy actually had pictures of his wife.
So what system is it now that they can be on Facebook and Facebook Live and
that shit is fake. That is the same thing. So in 2013, I got caught with a cell phone in Allenwood, and they went up to another security level. But you could pay a guard to bring you in whatever you want.
Oh, so people just be going on.
Yeah, that's why we have phones in jail now, is because everybody's
be having
driving.
iPads and stuff.
You're allowed to.
They
give you tablets.
Everyone has.
As soon as you walk into a state prison, they give you a tablet. As soon as you walk into a federal prison now, you get a tablet. On your tablets where you get your mail. So you're physically not allowed to get cards, paper, anything like that from the outside world.
Oh, it's JPay, so they send it through a little tablet.
Even your legal mail. Even your legal mail is opened up in front of the police. Open it up and make copies of it in front of you and throw out the original. Because of a drug called K2, Deuce.
Yeah.
That's like an epidemic in there. You got guys falling out. It's they wet the paper, and then they send it through the mail. Well, because there's people that are just rats. You know what I mean? You can't get mail in state prisons anymore. You can't get mail in nothing. You can get pictures from like free prints.
Got you.
But that's a big company. Yeah, but that's a big company. And they'll scan it. They'll scan the pictures
to make sure
and put them on your tablet.
Wow.
You're not allowed to physically have anything anymore. That's wild, right?
I mean, I guess that's crazy.
Wow, this was a lot of good information.
Any questions you guys?
Absolutely. Let's get to it.
Get into it.
Let's get to it. My phone is on 2%, so I might. That's why.
Asking your questions.
So we're gonna play a game called Red Flag or Nah. All right. So I'm gonna ask you, me and Nigel, we're gonna ask you a few questions, and you say red flag or nah.
Got it.
All right. Nigel, do you want to go first? Or
you can go.
Okay. They don't have a relationship with their parents and blame everyone else. Red flag or not?
That's a big red flag.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just clarify that. Blaming anybody else for your problems is a red flag.
Period.
You make your own bed every day. You know what I mean?
Now that you worded it that way.
So yeah, huge red flag.
Okay. Let's see. Your girl gets along too well with your mom?
Not a red flag. That's good. I'm a mama's boy. You gotta love my mama.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, for me, if my girl would ever disrespect my mother, that is a red flag. If they didn't like each other.
No, but it gets along too well. I mean, like they're overshare information.
Don't women do that anyways?
Type shit.
I mean, that's women.
But your mom and your girl?
I don't know what the information that they're sharing, but if if somebody's my girlfriend, I mean, we go to my mother's house to eat on Sundays. Obviously, they're probably going to go to lunch or something during the week or talk to each other or text each other. I'm not in their conversation. I don't care. I'm a firm believer that if I'm dating you, right, if me and you date, I don't give two shits about whose pictures you like, what guy liked your pictures.
Right.
That is like, it does not matter to me. What is Instagram for? If the girl looks good in her picture, why would I not double tap the picture?
Exactly.
That's what it's for.
Exactly.
It's not just because you double tap somebody's picture that, oh, you want to sleep with them.
Right.
It's not like I commented, oh my God, I need you or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
right
not.
now.
That's right.
Like, but that's, so I think social media is like the death of relationships because people are jealous of each other for no reason. Like, there's no reason to be.
But I feel like there is a line to draw with that, though. Like, as far as, like...
I think he said the line was commenting on it, saying...
I think that...
Or even, like, say, because I feel like, I feel the same way.
DMing?
No, but not even
different.
that. Like, say, okay, I'm with somebody, and... I see them like one of their ex's pictures or something like that. I'm gonna automatically assume y'all got something going on.
You should be liking your ex's pictures.
that's...
But I never met you before, but if I seen you on Instagram and you had a nice picture, I would probably double click.
Exactly.
All right, now if I slid in your DMs and then you do that, that's the line that you're crossing, I think, in relationships. Is when you initiate. Or, now the story thing is tricky because a girl can say something to a guy on a story and then you will never be able to see it, right? Like, there's no knowledge of it.
Yeah.
So I think the story thing is kind of iffy too. But throwing a heart on a story, I don't think. But once you write something and you're engaging in conversation with this person, then that becomes the problem in the relationship. I feel like engaging in a conversation with somebody. Because a man and a woman that aren't dating shouldn't be having a casual conversation when you are dating somebody unless they are a coworker.
Yeah.
You work in the same, you know what I mean?
Coworker or friend.
I don't know.
It makes sense.
I'm okay with my partner having female friends.
I'm okay with, my girl can have guy friends. Go do what you do.
I don't
but if you don't trust me to be around girls, then I'm going to treat you the same way.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm 39 years old. I done been in so many relationships, and they've all been. Some have been good, some have been toxic, but it's always the trust. It's always always breaks down to trust. It's like if I work at my shop from 10 o'clock in the morning to 7 at night. Sometimes I be there, even though I got 2 employees working. I'm fucking hanging out. I'm smoking weed. I don't want to be home. What I want to be home for?
Come up here and hang out.
You know what I mean? I just want to be hanging out. Yeah, I'm coming to chill.
What I gotta be home for? I love it here.
At 7 o'clock, my ex would call my phone. Where are you at? Like, are you my parole officer? Or you my girlfriend? Number one, don't tell me to come home. Like, now, if you text me early in the day and you said, yo, we have this planned and this is what we're about to do.
Yeah, okay.
Then where am I?
Yeah.
But for you to expect for me to work all day and then go home at night, as soon as I get off work, that's not going and do anything. That's not going to get my mind right. I done dealt with people all day. Right. You want to smoke some weed, maybe go for a drive, something, right? Yeah. Whatever it is that you want to do to end your night. Yeah. You want to do it by yourself. I think that is a big thing too, is when your girlfriend tries to act like a parole officer. Because it's all trust. If you trust your girl, you can let your girl go on a girl's trip and not have to worry about it.
Exactly.
Right?
Absolutely.
Because then what do you feel about your girl? Like, if you're like, oh yeah, no, my girl can't go to New York City with her friends. Yeah. So you think your girl's that much of a slore that she's just gonna just give it up to some random boy? Right. That's the way you feel about her.
Yeah. You shouldn't be with her.
You know, exactly. So that's I think trust.
Relationships
is trust.
I mean,
you gotta trust your partner.
Most times it start off you don't know until you get the feeling. But once I get the feeling, that title is gone.
Do you believe in soul connections though?
Yeah.
Do y'all believe in that?
Yeah, I do.
You ever just met somebody and automatically just
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
Like, it's just automatic. You just automatically just feel like, yo, I know this person my whole life.
Yeah, not even
like that's the person.
Right. Not even. I would say not even relationship wise, but also friend wise as well. Like I've met some really good like friends where I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I've known this person my whole life. Like, no, it doesn't have to be anything sexual. It could just be like a friend. But I love this girl in a platonic way, you know?
So one of my best friends, his name's Sterling. So one of my best friends, Sterling, cool as hell. He's mixed and he's Jewish. So we ribbed on him our whole lives. Like our age group in the 90s, we used to rib on each other, like literally rib. I think these kids now would cry and call it bullying what we used to do, but we would rib on each other. And his brother is a Juban. So he's half Jewish, half Cuban. So we used to call him a Juban.
Oh, I was about to say,
what
what the fuck is that?
You never heard of these mixes, right? So, I mean, yo, it's great. So, anyways,
Juban blood clot.
You know that song that Kodak Black, he did the little oh my God, the little white girl song, feeling something. You know what song I'm talking about? Kodak Black did the whole brushing his teeth on the top of the car. He did like a big video on it, right? It's like him acting crazy. But I pull up to the store one morning, and Sterling, who's my best friend, who literally since kids, the reel was it was a reel that I was watching that said when your best friend matches your vibe no matter what. I pull up to the corner store to get a Dutch in the morning. He's walking out the corner store. I'm rolling up, and all you hear is burning bridges, show, make a way. You know what I mean? And it's him. He pulled up jamming the same shit as me, morning vibes. You know what I mean? Funny. Like that's just. I don't know. I think that's like a soul connection for us.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
we can literally know what each other have in our brains without anything. Another funny story with Sterling. So this is probably 2008, and I'm inside this kid. Rest in peace. His name's Baby Teeth, and he passed away. Yeah, he had little teeth. Little teeth. Yeah, so we called him Baby Teeth.
I know somebody like that.
Well. I'm upstairs and I'm trying to cook up some work, right? So I'm chefing upstairs. The work's not coming back, right? It's literally like Laffy Taffy. You know the shit you see at the boardwalks, and it just keeps looking like Laffy Taffy. It kept looking like Laffy Taffy. I don't put it back on the heat. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for years. It's not working. This shit is not working. It's not coming back. All I had to do was text him, and he knew the whole mission. We're not gonna say to me, but he knew the whole mission. And came upstairs and handled the shit without just, as soon as he knew, like, you know what I mean? Like, he know we think alike. So I think that's like one of my besties. So we think alike.
That's nice.
Yeah. All right, so what's another question about?
It's my turn. I got
Go ahead.
Check the chat at the same time, man.
This is funny.
Hit him.
This is so funny. And then we're gonna give the the chat a little, going with the chat. But this is very funny. They always want to drive. They always want you to drive, but their car is in the shop every other month. Red flag or nah?
Nah.
Nah? Okay.
Nah.
Explain.
Because girls sometimes don't know how to take care of their cars, not like men. So their car could be in the shop. And me personally, I don't want my girl driving my car. I'll drive her. You know what I mean? She can roll the weed up. I want a passenger princess. Yeah. She can sit over there, get the snacks, do what she do. Let me do the driving. Let me do me. You know what I mean? Just keep me company.
Yeah.
That's where I think it should go.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
I'm 50-50 on the driving. But I know majority...
Do you trust your girl on the interstate going 90 miles per hour?
Oh, no, that's what I was about to say. Majority of the women that I've dated can't drive really well. Drive for shit. There's only one that I trust, but she goes the speed limit.
Now, my last girlfriend, I'll give it to her. She definitely be doing her little Ike and shit. She knows how to drive. She definitely knew how to drive.
Yeah, but like around the city and shit,
around the city's fine.
But
you can drive?
Road trip, I'm driving, definitely.
I can drive, and I can admit it.
And then the whole time that she's driving, I'm complaining anyways. You know what I mean? Like, yo, slow down. What you doing? What? Yo, don't do. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Nah, I like to drive though.
I got some homegirls that can whip.
Let me drive sometimes.
I like to drive, but people tell me I can't drive. Like,
that's
I feel like
true.
How many people have told you that?
Too many.
All right, so you should probably take some type of advice.
But listen, y'all want to? Okay, let me tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all.
You can't drive.
I bought my first car. I saved up and I bought my first car. And I bought the car and did not know how to drive.
What was your first car?
A blue Suzuki. It was a Suzuki. And the first time that I ever drove my car, it was a snowstorm. And I missed the bus. I had a car in the driveway of my apartment, and I was still catching the bus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he had to be to daycare. My son had to be to daycare. And I missed the bus, and it was extremely cold outside, and we were so cold outside. So I said, I have to make the decision. I said,
I'm gonna drive the car.
I gotta drive the car. I said, I gotta drive the car. So I drove the car. He was screaming his head off.
Oh my.
I'm like, oh Lord, he drove. So I taught myself how to drive. So when people say I can't drive, you don't even know nothing behind this story, okay?
I mean, it makes
You don't
sense.
know nothing.
It makes sense.
Over the years, Jenny, damn, you ain't learned yet.
So we'll give it to you that you got shit done when you were supposed to.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll give it to you. All right.
And I drove to Georgia by myself 14 hours alone.
To meet a man?
I mean, no.
Oh, thank God.
No, absolutely not.
Thank God.
Absolutely not. My sister lives in Georgia, actually.
What part?
So she lives in Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Atlanta's not. Listen, Atlanta's nice, but there used to be this mall there called the Underground. So Pensacola, where I'm at in Florida, is 3 hours. That's like our New York City. You know what I mean? So we would go from Pensacola to Atlanta all the time, and this is like Atlanta when there was Magic City Mondays. BMF was out there. Like, Atlanta was a whole lot better 20 years ago. I think now it's like, I don't know, it's weird. And I don't have nothing against gays, but down there you don't know if a dude is is if your friend is, you know, going with Hector at night. You know what I mean? And there's not a problem with that. But I think that's another thing that I think is going wrong in America, is that nothing's private anymore. You know what I mean? People's private lives aren't private. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to dress in a diaper with a group of men right now, you could find a group on Facebook that would allow that, and you can go meet them right now, and you could all dress in diapers. Like, that's so weird. And not saying that they're weird, but I'm just saying that there's, like, the way that they push all this agenda on us, and they make us think that it's acceptable. Like, I don't like that. Like, my daughter, she's 4 years old. I have nothing against the Syracuse City School District, Salve School District, but my daughter, she's 4. The minute she goes into kindergarten next year, she's going to Catholic school, and she will learn that she's going to have a relationship with God, and then she's going to have a relationship with her school books, because that's what they teach. They don't teach all this other stuff that the city schools teach. You know, the city schools do a terrible job indoctrinating kids. There's no reason why a kid of any age before the age of 18 can say that they want to transition. Even if that's weird to me. I think that's weird. I think that that's not what we should allow, and I think that that's one thing that I'll give to President Donald Trump, is that he's getting rid of that. He's also made it so that if no matter how much money you make, if you cannot conceive a baby by regular intercourse, then you can have IVF and you can get artificially inseminated for free by the government. He actually made that a law. He wants babies. He wants more Americans. That's actually a good thing. There's a couple good things that he does. I think he's fucking batshit crazy. If he kept his mouth shut, he'd be a better president.
He would. I 100% agree with that.
So like just
that's why I say he doing
just the other day.
Another interview with another president.
Because the stuff that he has, like, behind the scenes, it makes so much sense. But then he start talking and then you be like, bro, if you don't shut the hell up.
All right, like
Twitter too. Just get off of Twitter.
Like the day he said that and when he was doing his, you know, everybody watched the thing of the inauguration, and he's addressing Congress, and he's got the little boy up there that's dying of cancer, and he makes him an honorary Secret Service agent, right? And everybody's clapping for him. I mean, the little boy's gonna die in a couple of years, and you guys aren't. Every Democrat sat down, did not clap their hands for this young man, and that's horrible. Like, that is like, to hate one person so much and then take it out on a 5-year-old child, you're a disgusting human being at that point. Like, that's my point of view of them, and I'm not Republican nor Democrat. I vote for who I want to vote. I voted for Baraka. I definitely didn't vote for Joe Biden. You know what I mean? So we'll throw that out. Not one.
I mean, I understand.
Not at all. Not at all. But I think that the whole thing with Kamala was they put her in too late. She didn't know what the hell she was doing. How can you put? How did we think as America, right? Like nobody wanted Trump again, right? It was two bullshit sandwiches. Yeah. You had to pick, right? So you know what happened is everybody went in there. They said, Kamala was twerking on stage, or had all them girls twerking on stage at the Democratic convention, not once, not twice, but 3 times, right? Like, you literally kept doing this. You see people looking in the stage like, what are you doing? You're supposed to tell us your policies. We don't want to see Megan Thee Stallion twerking. I love that shit, but we don't want to see this at the convention. We want to know what your policies are, what you have in store for us. She didn't do that. Then that's why I think she lost. I think it would have been great if she would have won, but it was they either take this dude who we know is actually going to probably get some shit done, he's going to say some fucked up shit, or take her, and we don't know what's going to happen. We have 4 more years of Joe Biden. We didn't want that. So I feel like because the vast majority of Americans, and whether you're white, black, you're not supposed to say who you voted for, but I'm telling you, a lot of people walked in there of all demographics, and were like, yeah. But I will tell you this. In your local politics actually matter. So, like I said, I read 1,000 books. I like politics, but the only politics that really matter is our local politics.
Yeah, one of my
so
best
when you
friends
have
always tell me that. Shout out to G.
So, when you have your local leaders, like your city councilmen, vote for them. Yeah. Like, go see what they're about, because they're actually the people that are running your city. You know what I mean? They're making your city better. Right here. Like the local politics matter a lot more than the national politics, because. I mean, we're never going to be congressmen. I mean, I hope somebody from Syracuse becomes a congressman one day that I know, but that's probably not going to happen. But yeah, true. All right, next question.
So check in with the chat real quick.
Yeah, let's check in. Let's see what they're talking about. I know a lot of people said something.
Yeah, pertaining a couple of questions they asked you earlier.
Yeah, they basically agreed with you about how relationships are kind of like ruining,
social media.
So,
social media is ruining
that's what I meant to say. I'm a little tipsy. Anyways, but how social media is ruining relationships. Let's see what else they said. It's all about money. Look, okay. I'm gonna let Jay read this because I sound crazy, but I know he said it looked like I'm gonna go into the weed business, pretty much. He said, "Look like I'm gonna go into the weed business."
Where we at? Which one?
That was Mario.
I can show him how to do it.
He's a truck driver right now. That's my cousin.
Yeah.
But for real, if you're gonna do this, if you guys are gonna do this, make sure you get bylaws and you open up your social club the right way, because they're gonna look for a way to shut you down. And you remember, nothing is for sale that's in there. The only thing that's for sale is the membership. Donations come inside, you know what I mean? Once the doors are closed, they don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I mean, just this is you're a member. If you really want to get away with it, you just buy a vending machine, open up a club, and then make them buy out the vending machine. Put the vending machine in an LLC name, dump the LLC every 3 years. Never have to pay taxes a day in your life. Joe Biden wrote that law too. Thank you, Joe Biden.
Right. I love that. Can I just say?
Some bums.
There's good points on everybody.
Can I just say that
we gonna definitely
I literally love how Mike, he never really says that he dislikes someone. He does point out the good facts. You said good things about Obama.
Yeah,
you said good things about
Kamala,
whatever her name is. Trump, everything. So you just, you know what I'm saying? I love that.
You just have to be, because
exactly.
So you're supposed to be well-rounded. You know what I mean? Like, there shouldn't be a subject that you can't hold a conversation with. And I feel like, I just feel like politics it should be more, we should learn more about it, right? Like, okay, everybody's saying how, oh my God, Trump's big bill is gonna hurt the people, right? No, it's gonna hurt the people that do the bare minimum in life and live off the government, which means that you who are out busting your ass every day to work 40 hours a week plus, or open up a business, or be an entrepreneur, to be whatever you want, that means they're taking more from you, right? So they're complaining that, oh my God, he's gonna cut food stamps, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. Listen, he said he's gonna cut for the people that are doing the bare minimum. Listen, you can make $1,200 a week and still qualify for like $300 or $400 worth of food stamps, right? A month. It's just a help. I mean, it's just a help. Maybe it's not a lot, but it's a help. So, I think, I mean, nobody mentioned the fact that if you have a baby right now, let's just say, you said you're one and done.
God forbid.
God forbid, right? One and done. But
God forbid.
But Trump did just make it so if you have a baby between the year 2025 and 2028, your baby is gonna be get $5,000 from the government as a one-time account for their savings, and then you as a parent can contribute up to $5,000 a year to it, and it'll gain interest. And when your child's 18, they can take the money and do what they want with it. But he made a savings, so you automatically get it. Every child in America automatically gets it if they're born between 25 and 28. You get to have, the government gives you $5,000 in a savings account for your child. He made that.
That's what's up.
That's awesome.
But nobody talked about the good thing that he wrote. So there's some bad, but nobody's looking at the good thing now.
So he gave that, and also, like you said, the baby boom.
The baby boom. He wants people to have babies.
Literally, he's paying you to do it.
He's giving people he wants it. Just I mean, United States
that short for your summer, Uncle Trump got to know. He will pay all your fees on
the United States of America. We are number one in abortions. That is so horrible. Like, we're number one. Literally number one. There's girls that use abortion like birth control, and I think that's crazy.
That's
right?
sad.
And it is sad. It is. It 100% is sad. Right? I'm not saying that a woman don't have a right to her body, because ladies have a right to your body. It is what it is. But at the end of the day,
you should not be doing things.
When you keep doing it, like accidents happen, right? Accidents happen.
Right.
Whatever, you know what I mean? Somebody's pull-out game wasn't strong or whatever, and things happen.
Condoms.
You know what I mean? Things happen.
Things happen.
Yes, things happen.
Not all females believe in birth control, though.
Exactly, because it ruins your body. But birth control also ruins your body. And the condoms now are so thin, though. You could I mean, if you gotta wear one, you get away with it. Before they were different. Now they're like paper thin.
Exactly.
So, I mean, they're even thinner. So yes, practice safe sex unless you're gonna actually have a kid. Right. We don't want to get Planned Parenthood no more money.
Yeah, I said. Oh, okay. All right. So, Keith said, "I know how to drive real well. Some women drive great. It's not all of us." Yeah, Keeps.
Keeps, you have to go prove that to me, because no, me tell you, man.
My mama could drive.
I know 5 women that me can sleep in the car and drive. 5.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't know. Let's all go tell our moms they can't drive. See what they say to us.
Ooh,
we probably
my mom can't drive.
Dang, on the messages, this must be a new update. Because how you have a password on your iMessages?
Oh.
Yeah, that must be something new. Anywho.
Anyway, if we're going to get to that question,
I
think that now, if I snatch your phone, you my girl, and I take your phone, and you get all jumpy, that's a problem.
That's a red. Absolutely.
Or if you like me into getting your Instagram, you gotta use your facial recognition to get in there.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
That's definitely a red flag.
Yeah.
And hidden apps. Hidden apps are a red flag.
Absolutely.
Hidden
how
apps.
you hide the app?
I don't even know how to do all of that.
Go on your Apple made cheating easy. Go into your phone and just go to hidden
Put me
apps.
on, man, because I didn't know how to hide
This is a good question.
Watch, you have a phone?
This is a good question.
So you just take anything. So let's just take your Starbucks app. And then you can go to...
Oh, you can't hide the Starbucks app.
You can. He about to show you.
You can hide everything.
You can hide any app.
See, I ain't got nothing to hide, especially when I was in a relationship. No, I don't do that.
How do we open?
I know about it, but I don't have any.
Yeah,
it's nothing there. So I could just drag it into.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very sneaky.
Yeah, I'm hiding all that shit.
Sneakalicious.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
Everything.
I don't know why your phone can't. You be selling that work?
Nah.
You can't do that. I think you have to require Face ID, and then you can put it into your hidden apps. I think that's how
you
it works.
do. That's how it first.
Yeah, you have to require your Face ID first.
Okay. So this is a good question. I really, really, really want to know your point of view about this. because I might have a rebuttal.
You probably will.
Anyways, hold on. Ooh, hold on. Where is it? Yeah. Oh, they don't believe in therapy and think you're too emotional. Red flag or nah?
Repeat the question.
They don't believe in therapy and think you're too emotional. Is that a red flag or nah?
I think it's a red flag.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a red flag.
But some people are over emotional though, like for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people
24/7.
drag it.
Facts.
Just drag it
Oh
for no
my
reason.
But what
God.
about the therapy piece, though?
That's an issue as well, though. That's something mental.
Yeah, they
I think
probably got some
anything could be
mental health.
therapy though. I mean, like therapy for your soul.
Exactly.
Is you
Your
riding
partner
around
could
and
be
smoking
therapy.
weed, or you drinking a
Yeah,
glass
therapy.
of wine.
That people always
for
get
Ryan
it
and I.
misconceived that therapy
That's
has to
talking
be
to me.
you going
Right,
to
just-
sit down with
yeah.
somebody in a room, bro. Your
I mean,
girl
sometimes
could be your
it's- yeah.
therapy. Just
Sometimes
sitting
it's
and
good
being.
to just talk to somebody.
Yeah, but that's what I said
You know what I
that to
learned in
somebody
prison?
one time. They told me if I took therapy. I said, nah, but I talked to my brothers. They always seem to tell, you know what I mean? Give me a sense of
That
balance.
is a form of therapy.
Yeah, and they said that don't count. You gotta see a real therapist. I'm
No,
like,
it
a
does
real
count.
therapist is gonna give you a script.
Yeah.
I need life, raw, authentic advice.
To go back on that, what do you think about a person, like, if they say they're basically like, if you tell them something and then they kind of like, oh well,
They don't want to
you
take your advice.
No, more so like, if you say, dang, you know, like, my sister passed away, it really, really hurt me. Like, and then they be like, oh, well, you're too emotional about your sister or something like that. Do you feel like that's a red flag that a
You mean
person...
like when somebody
I feel
disregards
like-
your emotions?
Yeah.
I feel like if somebody's trying, absolutely, because
That's a
then
red-
you're
that's a
making
red
you're
flag
making
for
my
sure.
emotions feel like they're not valid. Like
Right.
my feelings aren't invalidated at that
But
point.
it go back to the last part of the question he just previously answered, like dragging.
Yeah, people drag.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like, don't get me wrong, right? So, okay, we all know it's sad when
Somebody
a child
pass,
dies or
yeah.
somebody passes, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay, but let's
excluded.
just take old people, grandmas, and grandmas are great. Well, my grandma lived 88 years, 6 months, and 17 days. Like she lived, you know. Like think about it. Like she really lived. Like she went from literally getting off a boat in Italy, coming to America, having kids. I mean, bro, there was literally like she like think that the technology she's seen.
Yeah.
They didn't even have phones.
Right.
You know, back until like 1937 in New York City, they still used to use pots and throw shit out the windows before they had a whole sewer system.
Yep.
That's true. New York City was
Throw
disgusting.
shit out
And
the
think
window.
about it, they used to use horse and carriages, so there's nothing but horse shit
and
everywhere.
people shit.
So that's why the girls' dresses were so high back then. It's because they used to step in shit. It's a true story. It's a true story. You know?
That's
Say it's like a stupid fact that you shouldn't know, but you know.
That is wild.
That's from reading.
That is crazy. Oh, you didn't give us 5 books. You still owe us more books, but y'all got any more?
2 more. He said 3.
I said 3.
Yeah.
My last final 2 books that I could read over and over again. Stephen King, The Shining.
I think I heard the name of that book.
Yeah.
That's a good book.
Yes.
And that's about.
And to be honest, the autobiography of not the autobiography, because he didn't write one, but Martin Luther King, like the autobiography of Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote it about him. So when I was a kid, there was like 2 people I liked. I liked John Gotti and I liked Martin Luther King. So John Gotti's a gangster, and I always wanted to be like him. And then there was Martin Luther King, who I thought like was just mad cool to me. Like he just was didn't care what anybody said, and he just did what he thought was right, and he continued to just do what he thought was right. And then our government killed him because our government is
Heavy on that.
They did that to him. They killed Kennedy. They
Heavy
killed
on
Kennedy
that.
for civil rights. Do you know that Boston's a great city, but do you know that Boston was the last city in the United States to integrate schools?
Wow, I did not know that.
No.
Yeah, like the last city to integrate schools. in
Come with the
Northeast.
knowledge, Mike.
How long after?
Mike is coming with the
I
knowledge.
believe they didn't integrate there until like 67, 68. Do Do you know that in Mississippi they still have 2 proms? One's for whites, one's for blacks. And they stopped it. There's actually a Netflix documentary. You can watch it. It's crazy.
Wow.
Like that they really still do that down there. And I don't, and like, so my family's like the United Nations, right? Like we have family of all colors, all races.
I mean, you just told us about a Jubin.
Yeah, like that's you know what I'm saying? Like my family is, my friends are my family. None of my kids are pure white. You know what I mean? They're all mixed. So, and then my cousin's got mixed kids.
How many kids do you have?
I have 5.
Okay.
I have 5. I have 3 daughters and 2 sons.
Okay.
I got my oldest is Skylar. My daughter Adriana, she's 19. She's the biggest headache in the world. Love her to death though. Vinny's just like me. His name's Vincenzo.
Vinny, of course.
Vincenzo. He's just like me. He's like, if there's gonna be a call from the cops, it's gonna be him.
And I love that name. It's so cute.
My daughter Genesis, and then I have a daughter Amelia. So Amelia and Genesis are like the same age, but they have 2 different moms.
Okay.
And reason being was because my sister passed in 2020 when I came home, like I said. Well, her best friend was my first baby's mother. My first baby's mother, she didn't want to have 2 baby dads. So she was like, yo, I want to have another kid. So she waited for me to come home and be done with prison, give her a baby, and we had no intentions on ever being together. I'm just a great dad.
I love that.
Like, you know what I mean? So she didn't want to have to deal with 2 people for the rest of her life. She's probably smart for that. So I'm going to just deal with the one.
Facts.
And I want to have a new baby because the old ones, you know, we had kids young. We were 17 when we got pregnant. I said we, like I was fucking me kidding. But when she got
pregnant. So she's the mother of Skylar.
Skylar, Adriana, and Amelia. And then I have...
Skylar, oh, you got 3 kids with her.
3 kids with her. Yeah, so I'm saying we were broken up for like 15 years. She doubled back and wanted another kid when the kids started getting older. She didn't want to empty the house yet because she's only 38, and then she would have an empty house at 39. Like, what's she gonna do?
Aww.
So, move, checkmate.
Yeah, I mean, plus probably she wanted money for the next 18 years again. Makes sense. But really, I
don't think about it like that.
Out of all my kids' mothers, she's probably like the coolest one, like my best friend. Like,
I mean, you got time in practice,
bro. We've literally grew up together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like we grew up together. And when we broke up, we didn't break up like a crazy breakup. Yeah. Like I hate you. We were just like, yo, we've been together since we've been 17. We're 25.
Let's go see some
you know what I mean? It's like it's time to just. We'll go. I mean,
and if we find each other back
one day, maybe, and neither of us did, and I'm happy with that. Like I'm cool. You know what I mean? She holds me down. Like I don't know. She's cool. She'll do almost anything I ask her to do.
Shout out to first baby mom.
Shout out to the
first baby mama.
Shout out to Tosh.
Yeah, shout out to Tosh.
Oh, okay.
Tosh, yeah.
Big
She's
Tosh.
cool.
Yeah, big Tosh. Be in front of it.
So I got a question not related to the other part, but what has been your that's not the proper way to ask it. What's been your worst experience while you were in jail?
Prison.
Right.
I don't know the difference.
I would say.
Tell me the difference after, because I really don't know.
So prison's like this, right? So I'm Italian, right? So I went to federal prison, and if you ever seen the movie Goodfellas, well, that's
a classic. Though.
I'm gonna watch it now.
So we kind of live like how they live in prison. You understand what I'm saying? Like we do our own thing. We got our own foods. We do. So prison for me wasn't bad, but the worst thing that I witnessed was this white kid came in. He had no backing, like he wasn't Italian. We didn't accept him. The whites didn't accept him. The blacks didn't accept him. He was by himself. The Mexicans raped him, and my cube was right by the bathroom. So to actually hear a grown man screaming and like as a human, you want to help this person, but you know that you can't because especially in the feds, if I'm gonna if I want to fight you, it's not just me that's gonna fight you. My whole entire gang of friends is gonna. We're all doing it together. So in the federal system, there's very, very low violence. The violence really isn't there like that. It's low. Now,
maybe not that one.
Now in 2025. So I told Jenny about this, but the saddest thing I've ever seen in prison was in 2012. Right when they put me on that federal bus, there was a mixed crowd. Right, There was some mixed kids, there was some black kids, there was some Spanish, some white, you know what I mean? All young men, you know what I mean? Whatever, some older men. But there was a mixed group, right? It was a evenly, almost evened out group of people. That's how the compounds were. 2022, I was being transferred. I was getting out of jail, and they transferred me from. So let me tell you how your tax dollars work. First of all, all right, I'm in jail in Albany County, right? So that's a couple cities over. I'm in Albany. They take me from Albany, put me on a plane, fly me to Oklahoma. I get flown to Oklahoma on Con Air. You get off Con Air, you get on a bus, you go stay in a county jail in Oklahoma. Right? Why are you in a county jail in Oklahoma? You're not even from there. You're from New York. Why are you there? They take you from there. They brought us all the way back. The very next. So we got there like 3 in the morning. We left at like 4 in the afternoon the next day. They put us right back on the plane to fly us to Pennsylvania. Right? We go to Lewisburg Prison in Pennsylvania, and they made us sit there for 45 days until the buses came. And this is where the story comes in. During my time there, it was July, and we're in the shoe, and then like they come through with like this paper, and they're like, hey, you're going to Schuylkill, you're going to Allenwood, you're going to Raybrook, you're going here, you're going there, right? All right, so they come through. Well, through your little door, you can peep like who's going, right? And at Schuylkill, there was a group going to Schuylkill, Pennsylvania, which is a medium security prison. And I swear to you, it was all young black men between the ages of 18 and no more than 25. And not a single white, not a single Spanish, not a single, all young black men. And for me, I actually wrote on the wall like a giant letter to like whoever was coming, and they're like, yo, y'all need to get your shit together, because if you don't see that this is the new slavery, 1,000% it is. So stop, because all they do, and when I say slavery, I don't mean they're going to be in jail forever. They're going to be what I say. What I mean is that as soon as you have that felony on your record, your life becomes so much harder, okay? And to succeed as a felon, just because you're a felon, they say you can't own a gun. So I can't protect my family because I'm a felon? That makes absolutely no sense, right? Like
especially if it's a felon that has nothing to do with violence.
Exactly.
And especially if you did your time.
But the Constitution doesn't say like you can own a firearm until you have a felony. That's some shit they made up. Yeah. Like who are y'all that's not how the guys that wrote the shit. Right. They wrote the shit. They said that you have a right to bear arms, which means that you have a right to own a gun in America, because you're supposed to be able to defend yourself not only against other people but against the government in case of tyranny. That's why we're allowed to have guns, right? Because of government tyranny. Why is it that they make it so hard to get pistol permits? Why is it that I didn't grow up knowing 5 people that had pistol permits, but you have to have recommendations of 5 people that have pistol permits to get a pistol permit. But who did we ever grow up with that know? Right? So we don't know any of this shit. We go get guns, we get caught with gun charges. Now we have felonies. Now once we have a felony, your life's over with, right? But anyways, the saddest thing, a busload of 40 kids, 18 to 25, all gun charges. Because I'm screaming through the door, we're locked in, where they fucking treat us like animals. We're locked in, it's July, there's no AC, you're baking. I literally used to keep my feet in the toilet, no bullshit. I'd clean the toilet out because of cold water and flush the toilet so I keep my feet in there to keep cool. And we're talking the paint's peeling off the wall. It's so humid in there. But we're screaming, and every single one of them, no drug charges. They all had little stupid ass, I got caught with a pistol, I got caught with a pistol, I got caught. Like, wait, y'all all got caught with a pistol. But that's the new thing. So they pick certain cities that hasn't hit Rochester yet. It already hit Syracuse. But they take certain cities, and if you get caught with a gun, instead of going to the state, the feds pick it up. The feds automatically pick it up. Now, not only do you have a state felony, which a state felony, you can, after you do your time, you do parole, you can go right to the judge and say, hey, listen, let me off this shit, you know what I mean? I did this, and he'll give you back your rights. To get your rights back in the federal, it's way harder. So now you have all these kids that are going to federal prison and getting federal numbers, and their lives are ruined over nothing. Like, I think that was, like, the saddest thing that I seen when I was in there. Like, I think that was sadder than, because, I mean, turns out the white guy that got raped was a pedophile, but whatever, as a man, you still feel bad for somebody when that's happened to him, right? Exactly. Like, I have a heart, like, I don't care that I mean, whatever they did, what they did to him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been his friend, but you know, like I don't know. Like Cameron said, like he looked stupid when he said, "I'm not gonna call the cops if I see a guy throw a little girl in a van." What are you, stupid? What do you mean you're not gonna call the cops? What are you, a moron? Exactly. I don't care if I got 12 kilos in my house and I'm selling drugs.
I'm calling.
If I see a kid get kidnapped, I'm fucking chasing a car myself on the phone with 911 and 2.
Exactly.
Like what? Like what? Like what's wrong? Like when Cameron said that, they bombed him for years. Like you look dumb as hell, Cam. Like what? Like why would you say that?
Exactly.
Talking about he'll never snitch, bitch. That's, like, what?
That's weird.
Yeah. Weird.
But just to kind of like piggyback, I feel like I'm going in the wrong direction a little bit, but kind of working in HR and I see people come in, like I see everybody's record.
Yeah.
Everybody record. Like I've seen people like torture animals. There was one nice person, nice
Thought
person.
They were nice.
Thought they was nice. 17-year-old kid.
See?
17-year-old kid working at the job, and it's something that is called a provisional log. So this person has to be on a provisional log because we didn't get their background check yet. Got his background check. Could not believe what I seen on this little boy background check. This boy is going to prison for murder.
Oh my God.
He murdered somebody.
Wow.
Murdered somebody, has 2 gun charges. When I tell you, sweetest little boy, would never even thought that this boy was going to prison. And mind you, the charges was from December. So he's actively, December of last year, so he's actively going to prison because he killed someone.
Yeah, he's fighting.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, we had to let him go.
I think that was a good thing too.
Right.
That Democrats did, was the bail reform laws. I think it was good and bad. I think it's bad now that people, boosters, I mean, shout out boosters, love y'all, do what you do. I'm not going to hate on you, but it's fucked up when I gotta wait 15 minutes to get some Dove soap out of Walgreens.
It's locked up.
Like, come on, man. You don't miss Walmart at 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
You see how much they took from us? Remember Walmart, 24-hour Walmart? You know how fun it was? 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's grocery shopping, yo.
Yeah.
When my mama got them food stamps at 12 a.m. And she said, let's go to the store, my food stamps hit at 12. Oh, you know?
Yes. My mom would leave me at home and just be her and my brother
Walmart.
that used to go.
24-hour Walmart.
I'm like, dang, why I can't go? Why I can't go to the store? I'm up.
What's up with the food deserts now, though? Like, why is it that there's nothing's open past 10? It's like, what do you mean people don't eat past 10 no more? Remember 24-hour diners and being able to go here and what I don't like about not Rochester, Buffalo, or Syracuse is you can't late night dine. What if I get off work at 9:30 on a Friday? I want to take a shower. I want to go out to eat at 10 o'clock at night. There's not a single restaurant that still serves you. And
Longhorn does.
Yeah, but Longhorn.
Denny's, but they're trash. Like those places aren't really
fire. First of all,
chicken wings.
They had them rats in there. Remember?
No, that was Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, it was.
That wasn't.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad.
But I will say this, Longhorn. So. Listen to some weird shit. So I'm down in Florida one year. We're not even gonna say the year. So I'm down in Florida. I'm doing some shit. I'm usually doing. So I'm in Florida, and there's a snowstorm in Florida in December. I swear, Pensacola got 11 inches. This just happened last year. The only restaurant that was open though was Longhorns. I promise you. Even Waffle House was closed. Waffle House was closed. Longhorns was open. My hotel was right by there. We got like 6 inches of snow in Destin, Florida, where I was at. I was down there for a minute. I had to go do something.
Was it full staff?
Huh?
Was it full staff?
Yeah, it was full staffed, and it was cold, dude. Like when I tell you cold, the bridge.
They shut the whole city down. Usually.
Yeah, they shut the whole city. Yeah. So the police was letting trucks. If you could get up the bridge, which was full ice, they'll let you go. You can go to Fort Walton, but to get from Destin to Fort Walton, you have to go over that bridge, and it's a hill. That police just letting them rednecks go up, them white boys go up them hills, try to get up them hills and just slide right back down. Everybody was laughing. They not getting over the bridge. I'm sitting in my head like, yo, why don't you get salt? They getting their salt from the house and putting the salt like this, the actual salt.
Because they don't know no better.
Table salt.
They don't get snow. So
Google is a thing. What is a thing? You know what I mean? We do.
It is.
We do have the world at our fingertips.
Yeah, we sure do.
All right, I got. Anybody got more questions? Because I got a closing out question in for Mike to drop some his 3 last things to people before we. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Anybody got any more questions in the chat? Let me check the chat real quick. Chat. Anybody got any questions for Mike?
What's y'all questions for Mike now? We so happy to have him here. I think
it was a great show.
This was a great show.
We about to connect because I'm definitely coming out there to check out this road.
Absolutely. Yeah, come see me.
Definitely.
I've been told you to come out. Come out.
So, Mike, until we see somebody in the chat respond or something, so I want you to basically drop us 3 gems. I know you already dropped us mad gems, so we closing out. Give us 3 more if you can. I want one for kids, in like as far as kids, I go from like teenagers from your age where you started, transitioning into like adults type shit. I want you to give one for people our age, and one for since I'm the only guy holding down the show, for the guys dealing with women.
All right. So I'm gonna say this.
Because we that age right now.
I'm gonna say this to the kids. There's 1,000% more to life. There's way more to life than the streets. You don't got to worry about that. I think to me, if I could change anything, I wouldn't change my hustle, because I'm not going to tell y'all not to do what you want to do to make money.
Yeah.
But leave the guns down. If you want to get money, but get a job. I'm not saying sell drugs. I'm saying there's a million ways to get money. You could cut grass. Just a hustle is a hustle. You guys got phones at the fingertips of your hands. You guys have technology, things we don't have. Get your hustle on, stay out the streets, and if you do end up in the streets, just know that you can get out. You just have to just tell yourself you don't want to do this no more.
And read.
Definitely.
Yeah, constant knowledge. You know, Wikipedia is a great thing. Kids, read Wikipedia instead of looking at reels. Read Wikipedia, just throw a subject and then read it. Read about a cheetah. You can read everything to know about a cheetah.
Big fact.
Wikipedia, and then you can look up people too, like civil rights leaders, and then you have knowledge of these people, or just anybody. You could look up Rochester, New York, and figure out when it was incorporated, how many people live here, what's the demographics of people here, little, like cool stories about Rochester, things like. I like knowing these things. I don't know. I'm weird. There was a mafia in Rochester. Did y'all know that? There was 100% mafia in Rochester.
I knew that.
Yeah, there was. They're not here no more. They're in Pittsburgh. They're like Pittsburgh guys now, but yeah.
I think I met one of the people that was part of the mafia.
I'm not a Rochester native, so But yeah.
Next question was what?
That's for the youths. One for guys our age.
Guys our age.
Yeah.
Man, grind, bro. We can only live once. So say it like this. Listen. As long as you put your a vision board, right? Like everybody thinks it's corny, but I promise you I have one. In every house that I've ever lived in, I made a vision board when I was in prison, and it's the one thing I've continued to do. And everything that I wanted, I got. Like I literally down to the girl that I wanted, I literally got everything that I've wanted ever on my vision boards. True story. Should focus more on their goals at hand and not be so thirsty when it comes to women. You know what I mean? Don't slide in her DMs. Don't do that. Let her come to you. Do old school. Give her your number. Tell her to text you. Tell her to call you. Don't even text me. Call me. That's what I would say. But grind.
Yeah.
Before all, listen, if you still at home living with your mother, if you don't have a car, if you don't have a job, if you don't have a career, if you're not doing any of that, then you don't need to have a girlfriend.
Period.
You need to be putting yourself first, fellas. Like for real. At our age,
women
at our age, we should all be putting ourselves first before our relationships.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's good to have fun, but men, we're put on this earth, I believe, to provide. You're not in a stable position where you can provide for you and her and possibly a family, and you ain't got no business doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
With me, a drink, that's just, I feel like it's chivalry. They're just not supposed to. You know what I mean? But there also comes a point where a girl can use you, and then she's used you, but you got to know the difference.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You got to know the difference. There's sometimes a girl can use you, and sometimes they don't. But I feel like as men, we're literally made to protect. Women are meant to take care of the kids and do what they do. I think that more women should stay home and not even go to work. I think because I think households would be ran better. I think that's why our grandparents are who our grandparents are. Mm-hmm. That's why they were so good, because the mom stayed home, the dad went to work. You always knew mom's gonna have dinner made at this point. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't matter. And back then, it didn't matter demographically, like if you were black or white, because it literally, the father always worked, the mother always stayed home. It just didn't matter.
Any demographic.
Everybody was on the same schedule. We're going to be home by 5 to eat. Well, that's what's going to happen. We're going to do this. And America ran great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yes, grind. Just grind. And don't commit to a relationship unless you're financially stable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Heavy on that. Mike just come in with the gems.
I just think it's the fight. You have to be financially stable to be in a relationship, just for the pure fact in case something happens to her, she can big you up. If something happens to you, she better be able to big you up, man. Like, I don't care what type of hustler you are. If your girl got some bands, you need to borrow it, she gonna let you hold it. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and you're gonna do the same for her.
Yeah, because I'm glad you said that, because I've been in relationships where I was good, and then this time when I wasn't, shit happens. And then I'll be like, I can't really put any time into the relationship right now, because I got to get myself together.
You have to focus on you, man.
But they take that as in, like, you know what I mean? You know how they take that. We've been over this time.
That's why another thing, when you're with a girl, you should definitely set your boundaries immediately. Like, what do you want out of this? Like, do you want to be in a relationship? Do you not? Like, what do you want to, like, because unless you're going to marry the person, there's no reason why you should just stay. I'm going to stay with this person. You know what I mean? Unless you really feel like I'm not talking about just go cheat and go do whatever you want to do. But if you're 3 months into a relationship, 4 months, and you feel like you ain't got to marry this person, or this person ain't got nothing else to give you, walk away. Exactly. It's wasted time. I just wasted a year of my life for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, I love the girl. I mean, she's a good person, but I literally fell completely out of love with her probably within 4 months of even dating her, and I was just such a nice person that I couldn't just hurt her feelings, because I know how she felt about me. So it's like, now I'm trapped in this relationship.
Know how she felt about your money. In the long run.
Maybe that's what it was, but nah, it wasn't the money though, because she was with me through. She was with me. I mean, she seen me get my first 500 pounds. I mean, she was there for that. So, I mean, I don't think it was there for the money. But
are you talking about this girl you was just with?
I think I basically that I shouldn't have gave her, where I paid for her car payment and I did all these things for her, and I spoiled the shit out of her.
So kind of way.
And I learned my lesson, fellas. And it's not even that I didn't care, it's just the ungratefulness.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mike. And
when they be ungrateful, because I'll do anything for you. Like, I'm literally the dude that will loan you, money.
I'm trying to tell you,
and
man.
just to be ungrateful about it. Like, I hate the ungratefulness. And this goes for friends, girls, everybody. People being ungrateful. Like, do you not realize what I just did for you? Like,
exactly.
Like, I literally gave from me to you. Like, you're
yeah, man. I mean? That's a kicker.
I have a question though. I know we're supposed to be closing out, but I have a question.
What's up?
This has never happened to me ever. So I want to make this clear. This has never happened to me. But if someone sets a boundary that you are not okay with, like, for example, I have a child, Nigel, you don't have no kids, or whatever the case may be. So say that I'm dating someone with kids, and they are like, I really don't want your child to be over at this day, or whatever the case may be. Again, this has never happened to me. I don't date people like that. But just because someone sets a boundary, can you set one back and say, hey, I'm not okay with that? Like, that doesn't fit my lifestyle right now. So, you know what I'm saying?
So basically your question was, do you think it's okay for a man or a woman to say, because there's full-time dads, to say, hey, listen, I need you by yourself. I don't want your kid there. Can I just come over without?
Right. Not even that. It could be about anything.
I believe that when it comes to kids and relationships, I'm a firm believer in that. If you feel like you're going to be in a relationship with this person, you should allow your child to meet this person.
But if not,
and be comfortable with this person. But if you just at 2:00 at night calling this person, then that person has no business knowing your kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's my thing. I think that kids are delicate, and whoever we put into their life should always be a positive influence, because they're vulnerable. Our youth is so vulnerable right now.
I'm trying to tell people,
like, they're
man.
sensitive. They're like, come on, man. Why? Like, another thing on TV. Why does everything have to have something gay in it?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you showing these kids this shit?
With two fathers.
Yeah,
and two
it doesn't
mothers.
matter. Like, I'm not saying it matters, because it really doesn't matter.
Private.
But to keep showing it and,
Like, to show people
and
private
brainwashing these kids and then taking down the American flag in the schools, that's not what you do.
Absolutely.
That's not what you do. You don't. Why do kids need to? My child and my oldest son, he's gay, like 100%, and he was raised with women, and I blame the Syracuse City School District on him. Like, they literally like embraced it, like his mom and them, like and that's Natasha, she's cool, but they didn't curb it. You know what I mean? They made him hang around with girls his whole life and all this, and there's just, what was I gonna do? I was in prison, right? So I can't complain. He's a great kid. He's gonna be a lawyer or something, a doctor. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna be, but he's gonna be something. He's costing me a bunch of money, all right? But he's a great kid.
Yeah.
And, I just feel like it was forced upon him. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like instead of somebody like just saying, nah, bro, you're just going through some things as like a man, and I feel like this is where it fucks it up when you go to prison, because I feel like if I was home, that would have never happened. Why? Because he would have seen masculinity instead of all this feminism, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is what they do to our children, though. Like, this is why every time you watch cartoons, it has something about a gay dog or this or a gay, like,
I agree.
penguins, and they just teach it. Like, it's just the things that kids don't need to know about.
No, I agree.
They don't need to know about it. Okay, like the Rosman Gifford Zoo in Syracuse, people. Okay, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, we'll end on it. A gay zoo. So they showed the animals, and they said all the animals that day were gay. Like, and they let kids walk through. So now the kids who are 4 and 5 years old that are so impressionable are thinking that lions are actually gay. Yeah.
Hey,
no, but they really did it. Listen, fact check me. Look it up. Rosman Gifford Zoo holds Gay Pride Day at the zoo. Fact check me. They did it. Like, and this is crazy.
All the animals are gay.
All the animals are gay that day. And then I got into a debate with one of them, and she said, "No, there's been lions that have been known to be gay." I'm like, "No, that's called bromances with each other for one, and they go into other areas and kill the other predators there to take the women. What are you talking about? What do you think they're just hanging out with each other because they're friends? They're just cuddling up to each other? No, bro, that's not how it works. Like, dogs are pack animals. One of them's gonna be the dogs, cats, everything. Yeah. One's gonna be a leader. Everybody else is gonna follow.
Absolutely.
Factual.
But
absolutely.
all right,
I
last
agree.
question.
I want us to take a toast. If anybody don't have any questions,
I gotta get water.
Yeah, I know you don't drink. That's why.
I'm way too hungover.
Yeah.
I drank last night. I got crazy.
So
listen, I will say this though: if anybody that's watching wants to open up a lounge or anything like that, and they need help with the social club thing, reach out to me.
We already reaching out, Mike. I tell you, we're gonna connect.
I'll help you all I can. You know, might need a couple percentages or something, but
Mike, it's whatever,
Period,
man.
as you should.
As you should.
I think this phrase came from you guys, as in the Italians. One hand washes the other.
Yeah, one hand washes the other.
Yeah, type shit. So
friends of ours is actually an Italian saying.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay, period.
So it is what it is, man. Like you said, there's enough money for everybody.
No, let's all get it. I mean, hey, listen, if we can screw the government out of a little bit of some time, might as well do it. But we never got to that. So let me just tell you this. And also, if you're going to open up an LLC, open it up in Delaware. Joe Biden made it so every 3 years you could dump your LLC or tax-free for 3 years on your LLC in Delaware. So as long as you continue to run your business, as you say, you're headquartered in Delaware and your LLC's out of there, you never have to pay taxes. That's what every celebrity does. That's what all these politicians do. All their LLCs are either based there or Montana. They have similar laws. But that's the only two.
Because they
That's
don't
another
pay
thing
taxes.
from reading books. They don't pay taxes.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Delaware don't pay taxes.
Now I
And
know.
and guess who's from Delaware?
Absolutely.
It's coming.
Biden's from Delaware. That's what I'm saying.
No wonder why.
Why did he come into Congress only worth $50,000 and now he's worth $300 million? What did you do to be worth $300 million? I just please tell me what you did to take 50,000 and make it in 300 million, because I'm trying to learn this.
Yeah.
Like, what exactly did they do, right?
cooking
Like, that's another thing I think that they need to investigate is these people coming and getting all this money and we all broke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo.
We broke. I'm tired of being broke. I want to be rich.
Okay.
All right. So everybody, you got a question?
No, I just want to make a toast.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Hold on. First of all, let's make a toast.
Probably sleeping.
She probably is. Let's make a toast to Mike, but let's make a toast to the men who changed. All right?
Absolutely.
The women who never gave up and the baddies who asked real questions. All right,
Absolutely.
y'all?
All right, like that.
Mike had a hang.
And people, again, the special thanks to Mike, which is our man of the month.
Absolutely.
And
thank you.
His business, Friends of Ours.
Yeah,
Friends of Ours.
Check it
Come
out.
see me. Check
In
me out if you're ever in Syracuse. 202
Yeah.
Ave. We always got a bunch of flavors. We got carts. We got edibles. Anything you want, come see us.
There's a trip coming
We
out.
got
here
you.
soon.
We'll make you a member. Be part of our club.
Yeah, and remember to find him on Instagram at Shady.
Shady315, and we also host events too. So check the Shady315 page. We have just weed smoking days, barbecues.
It's about to
we
be
never allow
lit.
alcohol, but it's always as much weed as you want to smoke. And we do barbecues and all that.
Can we bring
all
our
throughout the
own?
summer.
Bring your own.
No, he don't allow.
You can bring your own weed, yes.
No, you're right. Oh, no alcohol, period.
No,
okay.
Alcohol
Okay.
and weed don't mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
It's just okay. So a barbecue that's filled with a bunch of potheads is never gonna be like a rowdy. There could be a fight. There could be something happening, right? Once alcohol.
We get.
No, I get what you're saying.
That's why I keep it just weed, because
I can't drink without getting high though. Like hard liquor. I can drink wine, but I can't be taking shots if I'm not.
Don't get me wrong. If I'm at a bar or whatever, I'm gonna have a drink with my dinner, but I'm gonna smoke my weed. But I prefer to smoke mostly every day and only drink on occasions.
I'm not a pothead. So.
See, I'm an absolute pothead.
Yeah.
You should be a pothead. It's good. It's good life. It's a good life over here.
Yeah, try to tell him in the mic.
I live a good life without being a pothead, though. There is a good life without pot. You know? There is a great life with pot.
What does weed not make better?
I'm not saying that it doesn't make anything better, but I'm just saying that I can make everything better without being a pothead.
Absolutely,
as
100%.
Well.
There's always two sides to every sword, but I'm gonna go with the sword that I'm collective. Me personally, I mean, and also
as well.
if you have been diagnosed with ADHD, and I know a lot of us have, but marijuana for us is literally our medicine. You feel normal. Like I used to take Ritalin when I was a kid, right? They used to give me these drugs, and I wouldn't sleep for days. And then I started smoking weed when I was about 12. I stopped taking the Ritalin, and I started, smoking the weed, and swear to God, I've been self-medicating ever since. If I don't smoke, my mind simply does not stop moving, and that's the problem with people with ADHD is our minds are always, it's like this, because while you're processing what you just said, you're already thinking 3 steps ahead of yourself, so you confuse the shit out of yourself, and that's why reading for me, for my ADHD, helps me, to gain the knowledge. Also, I have to read your lips.
So what did you do in jail?
Read books.
What did you do to help you read the books, though? Because you didn't have weed in jail.
No, I didn't have weed. No,
you're saying that's a different form.
I would read the books instead.
And that helped you focus.
That helped me focus. I would read the books instead of smoking weed. Because when I was in jail, I was a model prisoner, because there's no fucking way I want to stay there any longer than I have to be. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
We ain't getting in no trouble. We are. Yes, sir. Yep.
Yep. Literally.
You got that. You win. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But yeah. I mean, yeah.
Everybody, shout out to Mike again for passing through. He definitely passed through.
I'm hungry.
He dropped off some goodies for us earlier. We sampled them. But like I said,
Shady
Friends of ours.
Friends of ours. Come see us.
Yeah, and Mike,
Shady
you are now a friend of ours.
315.
Yeah, I mean,
I appreciate
Follow him on Instagram, everybody. Shady315. We are so excited to have him. This was a great show.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Follow me. I hope you all become members, ladies. Thank you.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm gonna bring a bunch of members out there too.
Let's
Mike.
go. Let me know the day you come and I'll make sure I got a barbecue.
All right, people, thanks for tuning in again. This has been another episode of Gyalis and the Baddies. Catch us next Sunday at 2 p.m. until. And do remember, this Friday we're at Taco Dero. This Friday we're at Taco Dero, 8 p.m. until the Ignite Reggae Band live performance. Please, it's all inclusive. When I say like anybody could come. It's still 21 and up, but
and we outside on Saturday.
Yeah, Fire Kid birthday, but it's a party Sky Lounge. So after that, do remember to get your tickets in Eventbrite.
We outside Thursday, yo.
Yeah, but
what's on Thursday?
What's on Thursday?
Saturday. Yo, Saturday. Right?
Oh,
that's what I meant to say. Saturday.
Oh yeah. So Friday and Saturday is a weekend vibe.
We didn't want.
Turn up your tune. Turn up your tune. Turn up your tune. Turn up it. Everybody get out the chat and like the live, share, comment, and subscribe.
You know I vibe different because you know my mind different. Her eyes say in my room, her body saying heaven on God.
Everybody be doing this work, but
I go deep, deep. When I fall in love, I go deep, deep. You could copy that like a CC. You look like you need proper. Come get this vitamin D power proper. Be ready to touch when I reach it, yeah. I go eat it up, I know vegan, yeah. I make that thing go wild. I go make that thing run water. I go make you sing my song. There's a meeting in my bed, in my bed. There's a meeting in my bed, in my bed. There's a meeting in my bed, my bed. There's a meeting in my bed.
Like when they have vibe out with the ladies, what you know?
She don't need no
alright.
High fashion, like gold, G-Wagon, or the Rover. I put some ice on you cause you got it cold.
Ladies,
I gotta keep my
anybody wanna be my date next Friday night? Talk to me right now. We're gonna roll out like this.
Hopping the Benz, is that okay?
Ready?
Is it okay if I call you my pride, babe? I ain't no player, I just got a lot of babe. But let me tell you, I like you a lot, babe. I wanna start at the top and the bottom, babe.
Like the live, like the live, like the live, like the live.
You know I like when you right at the top, babe. She wants your name, D-Yo-Yo. I'm only doing cash, I don't need promo. I pull up to the high rise, I'm in a 4-4. Inside Coco. If I got a feeling, I keep it inside my heart. And I keep a pedicure cause I don't do facade. You see my diamonds even when I'm in the dark. And since you got it, it makes you go do anything you want. Shawty made that, she don't need no high fashion, like gold, G-Wagon, or the Rover. I put some ice on you cause you got it cold.
Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Catch us next Friday again, 8 p.m. We live with the Ignite Band. Taco Dero, we gonna see you.
If we hop in the Benz, is that okay? Is it okay if I call you my pride, babe? I ain't no player, I just got a lot of faith. But let me tell you, I like you a lot, babe. I wanna start at the top and the bottom, babe. Now you want to shoot with the red at the bottom, babe.
Shout out to the chat, shout out to the chat, W chat, y'all been fully active.
If I hit it back, she gon' hit the sidewalk. If she got a best with her, take a best now. Got a 5 in the morning, wild and wild. And the name ain't begging, but she a stallion, stallion. Divided. Remember I was pulling up in the valley. You know I take her so when she ride it. Clock is on, shining on the drive, it look like a slip up. Now we kick it like tempo. Shawty made that, she don't need no applause.
What the vibes for the Sunday? Everybody!
Gotta keep my shawty on go.
Everybody! I say everybody! I say everybody! Everybody, what you know?
She a big old freak, it's a must that I hate. It's a hot girl summer city.
I want the vibes go up.
No, she got a lit. Hot girl summer city. No, she got a lit. No, she got a lit.
Vibes!
Handle me? Who gon' handle me? Thinking he's a player, he's a member on the team. He put in all that work, he wanna be the MVP. I told him ain't no taming me, I love my niggas equally. Fucking 9 to 5 niggas with that superstar deep. The superstar star, now I got him falling. Call the Jake to get that nigga. I told him call him, send no text, and don't you tell him you with me when they be asking where you at. I can't read your mind, gotta say that. Should I take your love? Should I take that? Got a whole lot of options 'cause you know a girl's hopping. I'm a high girl, so you know you shit is stopping.
Big old freak, it's a must. It's a hot girl, summer, so you know she got it lit. No, she got it lit. Hot girl, summer, so you know she got it lit. No, she got it lit. Hot girl, summer, so you know she got it lit.
Who a how to be? Who got a lot of D? Who poppin' like a P when he be hopping out the V? And who gon' tell him that my bitch is getting her degree? And when we say it's hot girl summer, we ain't talking about degrees. Who won't follow me? Like who don't follow me? 'Cause even in your new bitch, I can see a lot of me. And honestly, I'm on it 'cause that shit be comedy. You ain't put me in no brands, but I see you proud of me. I'm just a real, give a fuck about a trick. I'm so real, and we really with this. Put this behind your lip.
Vybz is right.
I get that, and then I grab my shit.
Hey, pretty mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey. What's it like? Oh.
No, she got it lit. Hot girl, no, she got it lit. No, she got it lit. Hot girl, summer, so you know she got it lit.
Meet me at the London. If you find time, we can run one. Talk about some things.
Friday, we live in Tacodero with an Ignite Reggae Band.
6-1 on the money, 9-2. You just hit a word and a run through.
Catch it, Vybz, catch it, Vybz, catch it. I catch it, I watch it.
I knew.
Circumnavigate the globe as the cash grows. Get it whack like you did the grass mode. Talking slick, moving with the big slime. Could hit your girl, but you nigga hit mine. In my DM, they electric slide. No catfishing, this is not a fish fight. Never switch sides, no. Catch a contact, hit your ride, go to mom. Everybody said, how did you come about your face and say I ain't the artist you'd have never heard? I left off like a rapper's dead and bird. A verse for me is like 11 birds. Just did the math, it's like $2,000 every word. I'm on the bird.